Well, hello everybody. Hope you're having a great day there. It is Friday, Friday the 12th, not the 13th. Don't worry, it's not that spooky. But yeah, this is Borderline Banter. My name is Mike, and welcome to the show. We got lots to talk about tonight, from ghosts to Elon Musk again. Yeah, there's lots in between as well. But as always, moving the mouse around is Dustin. Dustin, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. We made it to Friday. Had my birthday this week.
Yeah,
It's already over, so I
yeah.
think Heckles might have said something to me. I don't remember.
You did say happy birthday.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah,
yeah, I
you
think
did.
so. So
Well,
pretty
if I
good.
didn't, happy birthday anyways.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, spoiler, everyone, we have a guest tonight. Heckles, welcome back. You're a returning guest. How have things been?
Well, not too bad. Not too bad. Just,
Well, that's all you can ask for, right?
going through.
For those watching who maybe don't know, Heckles is also a streamer here on the platform. I did go ahead and pin the shout out there to his
It's your
channel.
perfect. I was just, but I didn't
Yep.
see that. But awesome. Okay, cool.
Yep. And do you have a follower goal that you're working on right now?
Just like 150. It's just kind of a minor
Okay.
goal that just to have something to shoot for. Not a
For sure.
not gonna,
I'm
not doing anything special when we hit it. That's
no,
gonna be
but
like the
it's nice to
250,
get a
maybe
goal.
500 mark. Yeah,
E-
it's just that goal gives you something to shoot at.
Yep.
Exactly.
In my
Like
opinion.
we have a goal of 300 right now. We're 6 away. As soon as we get there, our next goal, I'll probably bump it up to 500 or maybe just 400. Do small
We'll see.
goals
Yep.
because I like another streamer that I listened to said, don't make your goal big. Make little goals because that way those little goals are you can make them and it makes you feel better. But if you
Right.
make a bit 420 from Lou, but if you make a goal that's really big, it's gonna take you a long, long time to get there. So,
I
right?
mean, unless you get that boost or however you want to put it, that you start getting 20, 50 followers a stream, then like when you set your goal for 500 when you're at 100, it's almost seems like it takes forever to get there.
Yes, that's why we
And they'll
want 150, 200, 300.
yeah, and that's my idea behind it
Yeah.
is just small wins, small W's.
Well, let's hopefully we can get you to 200. I mean, 150 tonight, 200 tonight. 150 tonight. But yeah, thank you for being
Yeah.
here, Heckles. We appreciate it. And for everyone listening, please give us a follow if you haven't already, and also give us a follow. It helps us grow, helps the community grow. Kick's a great community for everybody, and yeah, it's a fun place to be. And he's a fun streamer to watch. He plays what server you're playing on right now for RP?
We're we're on an well, I'm on Outcast RP right now with Lou and a bunch of other people from the old Kick RP days, so it's been pretty fun.
Cool. And that's is that your server or no?
No, no, that used to be some of the people that ran. Oh, what was that other one?
Kick.
No, it wasn't from Kick. It was Skid actually. Skittles told me about it. He was one of the devs for this server, so I was like, I'll
Okay.
go check it out.
Oh, cool.
I can't remember what their old server was, but no, I have nothing to do with the
Oh,
server other than playing on it. Showtime. Thanks, Lou.
Showtime. I
Or
remember that.
Showtime RP.
I think I played there too. Yeah, I did play there. Maybe not. Maybe I just watched you play there. I can't say for sure. But yeah, we'll probably get right at it. As you can see, our friend Jays did post on YouTube that we are stream on YouTube too. So if you haven't already, please go give us a subscribe there. I think it's subscribe, right? I got
50
to get all the lingo
subscribers.
down.
And
But yeah,
we're trying to get to 50 subscribers is our goal
yeah.
over on the YouTubes. We're at like 33 right now, so not very many away from that. That's our first goal since we're kind of new to the YouTube game.
Mm,
Trying to figure out how to get ourselves injected into the algorithm.
for sure. Well, take it away, Dustin.
So we're going to start off tonight with CNN. A French woman found dead in Italian church was searching for ghosts in possible TikTok stunt. Please say. I kind of have to read that twice to be like, wait,
I,
huh?
so, do you guys believe in ghosts?
Eccles? You
No,
believe in
yeah,
ghosts?
yes and no.
Yeah,
I mean,
Well, you can't
that's
do
it.
both.
I get that
I,
answer. I
I, I,
100%
I
get that answer.
I think it's a little naive to think that there isn't some form of afterlife, but I don't know if I necessarily believe in the
Casper, you know?
like Casper
That's a good
or
movie.
a great movie. from childhood, but
Mhm.
it, I believe there's some form of it, but I don't know if I necessarily believe in
Yeah.
ghosts per se.
Yeah, but like if you go to an abandoned church, you're gonna hear things and you're gonna think things that you're gonna probably see ghosts regardless. So I don't know. But yeah, it's not that. What do you? But what about you, Dustin? Do you believe one?
Oh, no.
No.
But my dad absolutely 100% says they're real and has a ton of stories he would tell you about them. Like
Oh.
standing at the foot of his bed and he would throw something at him. And yeah, all kinds of
Yeah.
things.
Well,
So, I mean, my dad thinks they're 100% real, but I'm like,
but yeah. Well, maybe they don't, maybe they just don't want to talk to you. You know. So. But yeah, a 22-year-old French woman whose blood drained body was found in an abandoned church. Whoa, what?
well, that's
Blood-
not a detail that wasn't in the title.
Blood drained. So no, what? During a church in northern Italy, over the weekend has been looking for a haunted house believed to contain ghosts, according to police. Okay. So she what? How does her body get drained of blood? Okay. Anyway, she
Well-
told family members about her plans before leaving the village near Lyon, where she lived. Police spokeswoman in town said, I guess. Okay, yeah. Police believe the victim could be attempting to carry out a TikTok stunt.
That's how she lost all of her blood.
Oh.
I bet. There's some TikTok where you're supposed to hang yourself upside down in a ghost mansion or something.
Is it? Is that a
I
thing?
don't know. It's,
It
you
wouldn't
don't think it's
surprise me with TikTok.
I guess you're right.
It
So,
didn't take long to find TikTok, and it's like, well, you asked why.
you know, and again, more reasons why we should probably get rid of TikTok. Adding that her death could be related to a ghost hunting competition being played in France.
I mean, that makes it sound like money's on the line.
France and a social media platform. I've seen movies about that, haven't you? Where they all get tweets and you have to go do a scavenger hunt and like fake movies, but then they all end up getting murdered because it's I don't know. I've seen some weird movies like that before.
Yeah, that sounds vaguely familiar.
That sounds like a movie I have seen.
I don't remember what movie it is though. I'm trying to think. I've seen it though. You know what I'm saying, right? Like,
Well, hey, the good news is this article has theories in
Yeah.
it, so
what, sorry, Heckles.
I said there is a movie that comes to mind. I can't
Yeah.
remember the name of it though.
Hopefully, we can figure it out. One of our watchers will tell us. But okay, you want to take it away, Dustin?
So yeah, sure. The other working theories are that it was a quote consented murder
Yeah. Okay.
or sacrifice. Is that what you call it? Consented murder, or an attempt to carry out a social media prank in the deconsecrated church. So it's no longer consecrated.
I don't know what
They
that
took
means.
back
Yeah.
Yeah, what does that mean?
The police are still searching for a young man seen with her. Okay, so she was murdered. That's what happened. Or I don't know.
Probably thinking the movie
Nerve from 2016, maybe. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, I think Blue is. That's the one I was thinking of was Nerve.
So according to the spokeswoman, I guess that's the spokeswoman for the police, the victim and a male friend had been seen in the area dressed like
I think that was it.
vampires.
Okay.
So, witness interviewed by police say the young woman was pale and emaciated, and the man had dark hair and olive skin. Witness told police investigators that she looked like a walking corpse, and they were both shining. Oh wait, no, that's a movie I saw.
That's for yeah. Okay, so
Vampires that are shiny.
so she sacrificed herself. It sounds like she was clearly had something going on.
So let's see. It says she was stabbed with what investigators say was a camping knife and had bled to death, according to medical examiner. She also had two gunshots to her neck and one to her abdomen that police say may have been inflicted after she died.
well,
Some of the blood had been scraped off the floor and removed from the crime scene.
no signs of a struggle. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
she was murdered.
yeah. Like maybe she was killed. Maybe she was I don't know. Maybe she was drugged, and that's actually why she looked pale, and the guy brought her in there and killed her, or who knows? That's pretty messed up. Shit. So
So police say they found a package of pink marshmallows and
pink
Why?
marshmallow. They had to put pink in
Am I
there,
still
right?
reading the same story?
So, yeah. That,
And some groceries purchased at the local store near her body, and she was wearing beige leggings and a sweatshirt under a long dark coat.
Very
The woman
weird
had no
description.
documents or cell phone on her when the local resident discovered her decomposing body.
Decomposing, so I wonder how long she's there for.
Yeah, I guess
Actually,
a while.
wait, decomposing. I guess you start decomposing right away, but
I
True.
mean, when you get to that stage, it's a couple days, week, two, something like that. I mean,
yeah. Huh.
They also are investigating a burgundy-colored van that was on surveillance footage near the church.
So, that's weird. So, what? I don't know.
And that was last week, so maybe it was a week. You know, she'd been there for a week. That's enough time to.
Like, yeah, would you, like, I guess depends, but maybe in Italy it's different, but if you saw two vampire-like people walking into an abandoned church, I'd probably just ignore it too, wouldn't you? Like,
Look, this is the entrance to the church.
yeah. That's kind of
probably.
sketchy looking.
Maybe.
you wouldn't catch me going into that entrance.
I wouldn't go in the
ever.
nope, you know?
Like,
Like, you see all these things where people get hurt doing that. It's like, oh, well, you know, that would never happen to me because I don't go in dangerous situations like that.
that'd be the
So-
building where I'd cross the street, go down, and cross back over.
Yeah.
I mean, it does make me wonder though what this TikTok trend was, because like none of us are TikTokers people, right?
No.
I don't even have the app. Don't even have an account.
Mike has an account.
It's
that's as far
deleted
as we
though,
go.
yeah.
Oh, and he deleted it. So
Yeah.
like,
Well, it's not deleted,
Grapples
but
have
it's
no account.
yeah, it's not deleted. It's still there, but it's just two
Right.
videos on it. That's it.
Because like, and so we don't know any of these trends, and well, like even one of the really messed up ones that we talked about on the show with the black and red lighting or whatever, where you would just see the silhouette of a person.
Yeah.
Didn't even know about
yeah,
that one
yeah.
either. And then they had software to undo the silhouetting.
I'm looking up church. I can't find any TikTok trend, but I don't know. Maybe that's not how it works.
Yeah, I don't know how it works on TikTok. Can you just search?
I'm not looking on
Um,
TikTok. I was looking on Google, but I'm not going on
Maybe
TikTok.
you're supposed to search for consented murder.
I'm not gonna Google that. But you know, consented murder. So that's still murder though. So the person.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that. I don't think there's like most jurisdictions don't let you like say I want to be killed unless there's very specific laws like we've talked about before. Those are not just randos killing you; those are medical people. doing
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Or you're on death
Right.
row or something.
I'm pretty sure there's nowhere where you could just say I agreed to let Jimmy shoot me in the head.
Yeah. So
Jimmy?
yeah. Assistant suicide. Yeah.
Take it away,
that's-
Jimmy.
Jimmy,
God
God
damn
damn it,
it.
he's not here right now. But you know, in a minute,
No.
I take my consent back, Jimmy.
That's pretty. I don't know. Like you have to be some kind of messed up to have a sacrifice murder or even do that to somebody. Like the stabbing and the gunshots. Like that's really weird. You know. Like
Yeah,
Like-
it'd be interesting to get the full explanation, but like the only place we're gonna get that is if they get the dude and he wants to say it. Because
so. Yeah.
you don't
um,
have to say anything.
But I don't know. That's something you might want to tell his friend. You can't keep murder secret for your whole life.
Yeah, Lou's saying
Like OJ.
assisted
Oh wait,
suicide, that is
never
a
mind.
better
OJ
term
Simpson.
than
OJ Simpson did. Okay.
whatever this was. Consented.
Rest in peace, OJ, or in peace, depends on how you think. OJ, guilty or innocent?
Yeah, we're not. We weren't gonna cover OJ tonight, but that is another
Quick
thing that happened.
question. Okay, innocent or guilty?
He's Heckles?
I
Okay.
believe he was 100% guilty.
Yeah,
He,
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
got
I
away
have
with
no
murder.
question.
yeah, he was guilty. You know,
He
yeah.
did it.
yeah.
Like when you write a book after you are acquitted or whatever.
How I would have done it, you know?
Yeah, and basically said exactly how it happened.
Yeah,
Like I never read the book, but
I didn't either, but it's got the
Kind of.
title. So
I watched the
it's
TV
kinda ballsy.
series. I watched a TV series, so
I'm just saying he was guilty.
yeah, 100%. But yeah, that's
I kind of just find it weird the order of the wounds, like, because they're saying that the bullets were after, like Lou's saying.
they
were
believe it
after
was,
she
yeah,
died,
yeah.
But
and then
the
the
stab wound
stabbing was
was
before, like.
prior.
Like maybe she was like on a sacrifice with her arms open with a star. Like what was that? The
Well, I do understand how the knife is more sacrificial and all that, but like I also think it's the way you would like. Well, the blood was drained. You got to drain the blood.
yeah.
So like that's where I would assume you would have used the knife to drain the blood, but it seems like they used the bullets for that, maybe,
I don't know. Yeah, that's.
which is kind of silly. It's a waste of bullets.
Oh,
I feel
I
like
guess-
the knife would have been a quicker way to do that.
Right.
yeah,
right, you
but
just-
maybe that was
you-
maybe that was part of the ritual. Maybe that was part of the ritual or the challenge. Who knows?
Guys, guns messed up.
You know, like maybe this is a challenge, and those movies we've seen. Someone saw a movie and like that'd be fun to do in real life, and that's what they're doing. But
Maybe they were part of Scientology.
yeah. So
Sorry.
they didn't have enough to
Maybe-
pay. So
Maybe they did the Tide Pod one and like survived, and this is what happens after you've survived the Tide Pod thing.
This
All right.
is Act 2 of the Tide Pod Challenge.
Yeah, like you get all the brain damage from the Tide Pod thing, and it makes you do this.
yeah, I guess all those kids are getting older now. So
They are, which is scary. This is a 22-year-old. I mean,
Yeah.
this person was born in like 2002.
that's
crazy.
insane. Holy moly.
Yeah.
I'm old.
Yeah,
Alright, well.
I feel that.
You're old with us, right, Heggles?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
so-
all old.
So I will
Um,
be 36 this year, so.
Yeah, I just turned 36 myself. From Katuko, because I hate saying this one, but Fallout 4 receiving next gen update, just in time for show's premiere. Well, it's after. For the record, Fallout just came out. It's a pretty cool TV series so far. Have you watched it, Heckles?
I have not. I have not seen it yet.
Are you gonna watch it?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's yeah. Yeah, we're
It
watching
came
right
out
now.
just yesterday, right? It
Yeah,
was
on the 10th.
literally-
Yeah.
Oh, on the 10th. Okay.
Yeah,
This article was published yesterday, so.
Kotuko.
Kotaku.
Kataku. But yeah, let's see what this is. That's if you both have played Fallout. No, you haven't played Fallout before, have you, Dustin?
No, I've never played the game, but I have been watching the show. And,
Yeah.
I mean, so far, I think we're 3 episodes in.
Yes.
I would say it's pretty good.
And yeah, and see, Jays and I both know who people are pretty much. Not who people are, but the characters, because there's goals and there's like vault dwellers and surface dwellers
So
and all
is
sorts of
the
stuff.
show based on like Fallout 4 or just all of them? Do you
It's hard to
know?
say so far. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, thank you for the follow there. I can't say for sure. It's definitely Fallout looking like when they're leaving the vault and all that. So, but yeah, I like it. I thought it was actually going to ruin the game, but I don't think it did. But I'm only 3 episodes in.
Right.
You played Fallout, right, Huggles?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been the better part of 10 years now, but yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's always fun. So let's see what this says.
So yeah.
Wait, the update was announced in 2022. That's crazy.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. The update was announced in 2022 and includes quality of life changes and brand new content. So I guess we've been waiting a while for this.
Yeah.
And by we, I mean the people who played this game.
Yeah.
Jay's in chat says the show's.
I'm gonna have to watch it then.
Here's the update.
Kotaku.
You can shoot. You can shoot.
Kotaku. Sorry, she wants me to say
Like
Kotaku.
coworker. Talk like talk. No L. U.
So, I'm gonna take English lessons here soon. Don't worry.
Tall Q.
It's a
Um,
very
No, I did that wrong.
this
no
site
L.
is actually a very
Kotaku.
very good site for gaming
Co-
news, I do believe.
Like coworker. Coworker.
coworker 2. Coworker 2.
It's like coworker. Coworker.
Kotaku.
Anyways, if you've been watching Amazon's new and good, hey, this
Yeah, and good.
Fallout show,
He'll get you yet.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, damn, I should play one of those games. The most polished of the bunch is about to get a new update. That's right. Remember that next gen update that Bethesda Software announced for Fallout 4 around the series' 25th anniversary?
25 years.
Wow, the show's
Holy-
or the game franchise has been around for 25 years.
That's insane. Yeah.
Well, I guess
Yeah,
27 now.
Yeah. So,
So that sounds about right.
Yeah. Well, it quietly missed its previous 2023 release window, and is finally landing in a few weeks to coincide with the premiere of the well-received TV adaptation.
know what? I don't mind, and I've said that before. I do not mind when games are delayed, because they're going to be better. Because when games get released too early, there's always issues with them, like Cyberpunk. They let
When I
that
say
go.
Cyberpunk 2077.
They let that
is
go
a prime
way
example.
way too early, and like just like that, it was so messed up, and it ruined the game, right? And if they made up for it, but that's what I heard. But I can't. I've never played it. But yeah, I'd rather wait until the game is ready to go and done, right? So
I mean,
Now, on the other hand, Power World is still in early access, which means it's not done, and you still played it.
yeah, but that's because it was released. They released it pre Like, you know what I mean? They released it. These guys were like, we don't want to release something that's going to have faults in it because they knew there was faults, so they fixed it.
But you also liked Power World.
Yeah, but there was no issues with Pal World.
There was issues with Power World,
Okay.
for sure, but
I found no issues with Pal World, but I don't know. I didn't play that much either, though. But
when
anyway.
you start talking issues like that, they're in every game.
Yeah,
Whether they're
but
finished
and
or
I didn't.
not.
And for the record, I didn't buy Pal World. Somebody bought it for me, so made the decision much easier as well, right?
That's
I
why
played it on
didn't say
Game
you
Pass.
bought. I said you played.
Yeah.
I chose my wording.
Yeah. So yeah, they're doing it on the PS5 and Xbox, so we're not gonna have it on the computer. Okay.
Yeah, PS5, Xbox Series X on April 25th. That's weird that PC wouldn't get it. I mean, that's usually first, isn't it?
Because the new consoles are better. We're not gonna get GTA 6 or is it 6? Yeah, GTA 6 forever.
So they're getting native applications on the consoles. You know what that means?
No. Do you
it
know
includes. Yeah, do you know Heckles?
I'm going to guess that it's basically that it'll be native to the console, like instead of it being a different port than the PC game. Because the newer consoles are basically PCs to begin with.
Yes.
So.
Huh. Okay, that's what.
The reason they're going to develop GTA 6 on console before PC is consoles are
Six.
easier too.
We're talking about the new Fallout game and the show. Welcome in. Appreciate it.
Okay, so if you're on the newest consoles, you're gonna have a visual update, higher industry standard performance and quality modes. Allows you to select higher resolution images, improve frame rates. But in addition to that, it's still got the bug fixes and improvements to stability. If you have the old generations of consoles, you're still going to get an update, but it looks like you're not getting all that cool stuff.
But you'll still get an update, so that's something.
Fixes. Yeah, you still get the stability and fixes of bugs. I assume. What are the bugs in the game? Is there a bug?
There's always bugs. I haven't played it in forever either, so I couldn't tell you what the bugs are.
It's a Bethesda game. There's always
yeah, they
right.
True
and
that.
If there is a duping glitch, do you want them to keep it or get rid of it?
A what?
If there's a duping item glitch,
What do you mean?
want them to keep it in there?
Don't know what that means.
Duplicating items?
Oh, duplicate. Oh, no. So,
I believe there was a duping glitch when it first came out, but I think they patched it shortly after it came out.
all right. What about PC? So PC will receive a similar update that introduced widescreen and ultra widescreen support. That's Oh yeah, some people have the widescreens. I don't think I like them. As well as update for quests and Fallout 4 mode creation tool. So yeah, this is gonna mod. Yes,
you can create your own mod.
So that's kind of cool. They're gonna have a few more quests and stuff in there. We finally be coming to Epic Game Store. So sorry if you haven't bought the game yet, it'll be coming to Epic Games.
But it's probably not gonna be free, so they want you to pay for it again. Anybody who's already paid for it wants.
That's why if you have not got it.
Yeah, I've paid for Skyrim like 3 times.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I paid for GTA 5 probably like 5 times too. It's just what happens, you know. You switch consoles, you forget passwords, and boom, you're done. You buy the DVD, not the DVD, the disc. So
I've definitely paid for at least 3 copies of GTA 5.
Yeah, it happens. So yeah. All right. Well, that's kind of cool. I might have to see. I'm pretty sure I have it on PC. I mean PS4. I'll have to check that out.
But that's not all.
Go ahead.
This update is also adding a new quest to Fallout 4 centered around the Enclave. Oh, well, this is going to have spoilers for the show for me now, isn't it? Can I not read the rest of this?
Well, I don't think it would spoil it without saying spoiler.
It's going to tell me about the Enclave, and I've literally not even heard of them in the show yet. And it's going to tell me that they're a pre-war faction. See, now I know they're a pre-war faction. Yeah. It's spoiled. From the series that's featured heavily in previous installments, namely Fallout 2 and 3.
Yeah.
They're also throwing in Enclave-themed armor and weapons, content from its mods storefront. I don't know anything about that. The Creation Club. Halloween-themed workshop items to customize your settlements and makeshift weapons pack.
Huh.
That sounds like a lot of BS they're going to charge you money for, doesn't it?
Yeah, but why not keep making money? Because people are going to pay for it. Especially that the show just came out. They're going to get
Whose
probably...
team are you on?
It looks like it's going to be free for the people that own it already.
Yeah. That does look, but regardless, like that's
I'm on the customer team here, so
but
I'm gonna be
yeah,
angry
so it's free for everybody. That does it, but the million people that are gonna buy the game because they just watch a show. Like, that's a pretty good show. I want to play this in real life.
Yeah, but I don't want to pay $70 and then pay another $5 and then pay another $15
Then
and
don't.
then pay another $10.
Then
Well,
simply
that's what
don't
they would like me to do. That's what
buy the bundle.
Easier. No.
Yeah. So,
Buy the bundle. It's all just for $85
Yeah.
all together. Great.
Um,
when games used to be cheap, by the way.
yeah,
I mean, you can pick up Fallout 4 right now on Steam for $5.
yeah. I might have to do that just if I don't have it. So, but that's gonna be
say
like
that's
seven. That's gonna be like $8 Canadian though. So I don't know about that.
I say, and it's on sale right now. But
I mean, $5
I
ain't
would-
bad, but
I can say I'd spend the extra $5 and get the Game of the Year edition. But
Sorry to go
that
off
just
here.
gives you all the DLC and shit. But
Yeah, Fallout 4, 674 Canadian. So it's not that bad. Okay.
so the
So-
very last sentence here might be applicable.
Yeah.
All these updates roll out for free.
Yeah.
So this is all supposed to be free.
So
Is
buy
it
the game
free?
now.
Let me know.
Buy the game
So
now.
in theory, it's $5 and you're gonna get all this stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's right, because they're literally saying all of it rolls out free. So,
If you buy the game. Boom. I think I'm
when
gonna
they're
buy the
saying
game.
storefront, this is what gives me hesitation. Like quite literally saying you have a storefront.
Well, you probably like skins, so you can buy skins and weapon skins and all that
Well,
stuff.
so the last time I played it, there's a mods installer for the game where people have made mods for the game,
Right,
like
yeah.
different skins, different abilities, and guns. I believe a lot of the stuff on that storefront is free.
Yeah.
The last time I checked, and that's been probably 5 or 6 years since I've seen it. But
But yeah, that's kind of neat. I'm definitely gonna buy that game after the show here. So anyway, I don't think I have too much more on this. Do you guys?
no,
I just they
I'm
didn't
actually-
mention this.
That kind of I'd never seen
Is
that. I
this
don't
in the
remember
game
that.
by default, and I'm just dumb?
You never played the
Or
game. But
there's a pig gun new.
I don't remember. I don't recall
that is
having-
a mini nuke gun, if I remember
So-
right. I don't know if it has the pigs on the nuke, but
Maybe that's
maybe that's a mod
Mod,
that somebody
yeah.
made.
That's what it looks like to me as a mod for your rocket
Yeah.
ammo to look like.
And
whatever you
then
want.
because then you can say, "I'll do that when pigs fly." Then you shoot it and it flies, and you'd be like, "Ha, I win."
Well, it's not flying.
it's flying.
It's falling.
It's going. No, it's flying through the air.
It has no upward propulsion.
It doesn't matter. It's flying.
Okay, Buzz Lightyear.
Okay. Up and away. Yeah. Let's go on.
We've been told they like it when we fight.
From Gizmodo. Elon Musk forces users to show their shameful blue checks to the world.
I like how
Um,
it throws shameful in there. Like, isn't that our assessment?
Well, why are they giving Elon money if they're ashamed?
Well,
You know? Like, I don't know.
probably
Because they
didn't
gotta
know it would
have
be
that blue
put on
check mark.
blast.
But if they'd be ashamed, they would and hide it though. Like if you're gonna pay for Twitter and hide your check mark, I don't see why.
I say, I
Well,
don't
I
even
mean-
see why you'd pay for it if you're gonna hide it.
Yeah, that's
think
exactly what
you
I
still
mean.
get
Yeah,
boosted in the algorithm is the reason people are paying.
I guess yeah. But oh yeah, so they want to act like they get popular without the check mark. I guess. I didn't know you can hide it. I did not know that was a thing.
Well,
Oh,
I guess this whole time it's been hidden. Now you can't hide it, is what this is saying.
Huh.
It says it's forcing them, forces users to show their shameful check marks.
yeah.
So you can't hide it anymore.
Sweet. So I can find out who's been paying for Twitter. I can't wait till you find someone who's like, "You pay for Twitter, you idiot," and then you'll find out that they pay for Twitter. So.
The once desired Twitter blue check mark turned into a symbol of embarrassment on X. Hey, they at least used the new name.
Look at that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not even saying
yeah.
formally.
Oh, he's got the check mark. Look
Yeah.
at
Alrighty.
that. Do any of you have the check mark before we
No.
rip into this?
No.
I do not.
And for
I-
full transparency, so people watching understand, we may have a bias. None of us
No.
are checkmark people.
No. Maybe one day.
Yeah.
Maybe I should.
I-
I don't know. For Borderline Banter, maybe we should. You know.
So
Not
Elon
gonna
Musk
lie,
is
I'm not gonna-
removing.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
pay for an artificial blue check mark that
No.
relatively means nothing.
Yeah.
Right. Even if it did boost algorithms, I wouldn't give I wouldn't give YouTube or Kick $5 to do that either if they wanted me to have a green check mark. Or a
But see,
purple
the
check
thing
mark.
is though, like for a business, from a business view, might be different though, right? Like, not
Well-
for a personal account, no, but like for borderline banter, I do that. Could get some followers, get some more likes, right?
I could agree with that.
Right. So I
But,
can
like,
see from that point.
I may be completely wrong because I've only really recently started using Twitter X, whatever the hell it's called. Recently, with any kind of consistency, and like before, when you got the blue check mark, that meant it was verified and it could be quote unquote trusted.
Yes. Now it's not. So
Now it's just
anybody can buy a blue check mark. Yeah.
yeah.
That
you
scammer
could create
and
an account,
yeah.
pay $8 and have a blue check mark.
Yeah.
Done.
So
So even for a business, it doesn't necessarily mean squat anymore.
yeah, but like for instance, if I like maybe I'll test it. I'll pay that $8 for 1 month and see if I get more followers, more interactions, more likes, right? Because sometimes
Well, you're supposed to get boosted
yeah.
posts. That's
See,
what it
sometimes I
says.
post three to 5 times a day, and I'll get 2 likes. Then other days I post one, and that will get 6 likes, right? So which is not
Yeah.
much. I only have like 100 followers on X for borderline banter, but hopefully one day we do get more.
I mean, for a month or two,
Yeah.
it'd be worth a test.
Yeah, it's just a test, exactly, right? And there, if it does, like for my personal account, I don't care. I don't care if anybody follows me on my personal account, but I kind of want some followers, some engagement on our page here, right? Find more people to come on the show, find different views and stuff, right?
For sure.
I mean,
So-
you got to use any outlet you can.
Exactly, right?
Well,
So-
yeah,
get
that's I mean,
except for
Get the
TikTok.
name out there.
So,
right. And if you're just using one platform, it's not enough. Like
No.
you won't make it because you got to have that cross contamination.
yeah,
Yeah, that's where I fail. I don't have an Instagram.
we
No,
don't.
Well, I don't
either.
really have Instagram, but
Yeah.
But
Again,
I mean, just I only post on X for, hey, I'm going live.
yeah, I see your posts. I try to like them every time I see them. So. All right, but yeah,
And,
the hide your check mark feature on X Premium is going away soon. Read a notification sent to X users on Thursday night.
Yep. So that's the message. Everyone who's on it already on is X Premium. Is that
That's probably what
Is
it's called. Yeah, makes sense. So,
that is when you have the premium, you have the check
Yeah.
mark. Tap to manage your X Premium features. Why would it say this last line?
I
It's
don't
like you
know.
don't have control, do you? It's like
no, another thing too. Like if you like long posts, that's what the extra $8 can do because I think you get unlimited letters in.
William Turton says lol.
They're forcing check marks on us. So look at, but he doesn't have a check mark, so he hides his check mark. Why? But that's the thing. If you're gonna pay for it, why hide? Like Echo said the
there's
same
a guy
thing,
right here who's
Yeah.
like,
and he pays for the check mark. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's shameful if you pay for, especially if it gives you the longer posts.
yeah,
Because there are sometimes that you need more than that 160 characters or whatever they.
yeah, it's pretty
force
annoying.
you
Yeah,
to.
and sometimes that my YouTube link takes up more than half that. You know, not really, but it takes up quite a bit of characters. Then I can't even write what I want to say half the time. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. I'll let y'all know when I do. $8 isn't that much. It's probably $10 Canadian, but oh well. The X Blues checkmarks have changed quite frequently in the last year. Just last week, Musk restrained an old Twitter policy he once called Lords and Peasants. What is that? Systems? I don't know. I'm not the best, yeah.
Peasants.
Peasants.
What are these peas?
Peasants. System for who has or does not have the blue check mark in 2022. Shortly before asking users to pay $8 a month for the once free premium feature, nearly 2 years later, X does both. Okay, there.
So you can still get the ones just for being popular and not pay for it.
Okay.
Apparently, automatically granting popular users blue check marks. So I didn't know that was back. I thought that was
Huh.
still gone. So now it's both. You
Yeah.
can either pay for it
See,
or
but
just
that's
have
a
it.
thing,
You know,
like-
you won't know who has it for what reason.
But see, they did change politicians to gray. So if you're a politician, you have a gray check mark beside your name.
how does that work with somebody like George Santos?
I don't know. He should have gray check mark beside his name.
Well, he's not in office now.
But
He's
he
running for
But I
office.
mean, he's still a
again.
he's
Here,
still
let
a
me
But he
kick.
got
politician.
kicked out of office.
here. Let me look right now.
He was removed from office because of a lack of qualification to be in office. So should he have a gray check mark? He's not qualified to be a gray check mark person, really. But he is on the ballot again, so he might get elected.
George Santos, was it?
Yeah, he's a very specific example here. I thought the colors were different based on awarded versus paid. Oh, Lou sent in chat. That may be the differentiation I'd be curious to see. The people who got it through the popular versus buying it.
Yeah, I can't find his account right now for some reason.
Because
but-
I would kind of poke fun at people for paying for it.
I don't know. Well, your borderline
It is
Banter will
what
be
it
paying
is.
for it soon, so
I'm going to poke fun of us.
okay.
That's what it is. You got to be consistent.
But yeah, like whatever. Someone wants to pay for something, someone wants to pay for it, right? So like that's it. People still pay for the newspaper, and they can read everything online for free, right? So, but yeah, so yeah,
I should just
that's it.
Photoshop a little blue check mark into the bottom of my photo on Twitter.
People do
Or
that.
X, whatever the hell it
Yeah,
is.
people do that, and if most people probably won't be able to tell, but I usually can tell when people are faking it. But people have done that. They get a celebrity's name and put a fake check mark beside it too. But
Yeah,
So
I mean,
apparently Musk automatically gifted popular X users the blue check marks last week. So that's what they mean by the automated. He just did it
Yeah.
last week. That doesn't sound automatic.
yeah, we just
Maybe.
did it again. Yeah,
I guess people revolted. Did we miss the story? We
Yeah.
did like 3 Elon stories.
yeah, I guess.
Jesus
They
Christ,
did
Elon,
not.
stop being in the news so much.
Users quickly disclosed they did not and would never pay for the feature. People
Oh,
quickly
right.
searched for the setting to hide the blue check mark, marking a final fall from grace from Twitter. So, so yeah, they were mad. I still think it's funny how people are like Twitter sucks, blah blah blah, while using Twitter all day long. Like they can go to that Instagram one, whatever that's called. You know that new one? Elon Musk made one. Threads. It's called Threads. Exactly like Twitter, but just from Facebook. It's attached to Instagram. But I'm not gonna get Threads because it looks pretty stupid. But yeah, what else? That's it. People are just pissed off that they can't hide the blue check mark.
Well, yeah, because this is gonna make it seem like they're financially supporting Twitter because that's what the check mark has become known as.
Every time you
You're
go on
financially
Twitter,
supporting
you're
it.
supporting Twitter.
Okay, but you're
With
not
the ads
directly
and-
giving them money.
Yeah, but okay, yeah.
Like you understand people are gonna look at this and be rightly confused because
Yeah.
if they don't hear this story,
They're making money though. They make money off Twitter, so
you're gonna have people trying to call out celebrities, being like, you like Elon Musk, and you said
Yeah.
you didn't, but now you're a blue check mark, and they're
Lu-
gonna
yeah.
think they got a gotcha that they don't. And
Lou
people are
said
gonna
that
be like,
he
dumb.
just downloaded Threads but doesn't use it. And just to let you know, if you delete Threads, you have to delete your Instagram. So never delete it because they made that a
I'm
thing.
never using either
So.
of those platforms, anyways. So
I mean,
I
is
don't have
Elon
to
Musk
worry.
all that bad? Really?
kinda.
I don't.
I
I,
mean-
have no problem with him. Everyone else does, but I don't. So
I think he's done some great stuff. I wouldn't say that he's like the end all be
God,
all.
you know, like, yeah,
like
so-
God, but like
I
Starlink
personally
was
don't
a pretty
believe
good
he's-
idea.
Right, but that wasn't his idea. So that's why I mean, personally, I think he hasn't done anything. If anything, he stood in the way of some innovation. So
Okay.
I mean, for as an innovative as guys he's claimed to be known, he's just a guy who buys companies.
Yeah.
If you ever watched Shark Tank, he's no different than those people
just at
That's-
a
okay.
much, yeah, at a much higher level, and
because he doesn't do the tech. He does talk like he can do the tech, and it's all drivel from somebody who actually knows the tech he's talking about. But all the cool stuff he's done are companies doing those cool things, like Neuralink. We've talked about it. There's a dude who's actually like got one in, and he's like on 3 or 4 months now,
yeah, and he's actually doing.
and
We
he's
talked
moving
about
and
that.
walking. Yeah. But Elon
That's
didn't
crazy.
invent that. He bought the
Yeah.
company that invented that.
Yeah.
But yeah, now,
I didn't believe that he invented really any of that. I just-
Right.
but again, like a lot of other people you have to get the finance from somebody. So
Right, and that's why I
Right.
immediately compare him to something like Shark Tank because that's a pretty easy one for people to like understand that
Mm.
that's what those guys are. They're investors. They're investing in
and
potential
you got
things
to,
that
and you
sound
got,
like
I know
they'll
what,
work.
no matter what you say, you got to have something going for you if you're the richest man in the world, right? Like you got to have at least some brains still. Like,
I don't equate wealth to intelligence.
but yeah, but to be the richest still, you gotta.
That
I don't
would
know.
be foolish to equate wealth to intelligence.
No, but yeah, but at that
As a
level.
poor person, I'm not going to equate wealth to intelligence.
So,
I'm not going to call myself a moron, Mike. You
Yeah.
can't make,
But I'm not saying that. Like, there's a lot of dumb
and
people
that's
with
like
money.
saying people who are unemployed are dumb. I
Yeah.
can't say that. Now, wealth and intelligence are not tied.
And
And-
yeah, I would agree with that. You can't tie intelligence to wealth, but
Right. And
But yeah,
Elon,
he just didn't win a lottery ticket, you know, like some people do, right? So
kinda
he's still
did.
built for it. He still
he
did.
kind of won a
Yeah.
hereditary.
He made
lottery.
PayPal,
Many
and that's
people do not.
he got lucky with PayPal or X back in the day. My bad. So
You mean Western Union?
yeah,
He got lucky with putting Western Union on a web page.
yeah. Well,
Before
hey,
Western Union.
oh
did.
well, it's still something. It's still something, right? Like,
Right, but it's not that like innovative in opinion
so.
to take an already existing idea and say on the internet.
Yeah, well, that's
Because
what
you know what,
everything is. Every idea has to come from a
Pornhub
different
is
idea.
porn on the
Now,
internet.
what new idea in the last little while is new out of nowhere that has nothing to do with another idea?
Neuralink?
Neuralink, but no, they've been talking about that for years. So
Well, you wanted a new idea. That's pretty.
yeah,
cool.
but that's Neuralink. The person who named Neuralink probably didn't think about it. Somebody else did, and he just said, "Oh, I can do that." Then Elon Musk was like, "Oh, I can fund that."
I'm not sure what point you're getting at here now. I
Okay.
missed the point. You wanted something new. I don't know what you're getting at though.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, Elon Musk put money into things.
Yeah.
Do you guys know any of the things he's put money into that failed?
Probably lots.
probably quite a bit.
Yeah.
But do you know any of them?
I'm not the top of my head, but
If he
you do
if he
businesses.
failed,
Yeah.
if he failed like 99% of the time, is he still really good?
Yeah. Why not? Right. I just lost
I
my
don't know what
business.
the percent is. I'm
I just
curious.
lost. I just had to
Okay.
close my first business down. So does that make me bad? Right? Does that mean that I shouldn't try with a podcast?
Well,
because
he's
I
buying
failed
a lot
one
more
business,
companies
right?
Than just
So-
one.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not
but
using an example
I've only
of
made
one.
two. I've only started two,
Right.
so my ratio's not looking too good right now.
His sample size is a bit
So,
bigger, you know, and we're
but-
trying to talk about his success as an investor in businesses, right?
But yeah,
Because
I
if
don't-
if he's not innovating the ideas, then it's about him picking the right winners, right? So we should be able to look at his win-loss record.
you won't have to. He'll be on Mars soon, and we
Look,
won't have
he's
to
got
worry about
billions
this.
of dollars. You can rest assured his
Yeah.
W's outweigh his L's. But
Yeah, but
you
he'll be on Mars, and you don't have to worry about him soon.
he could have 99% L's. All it takes is one W that was worth billion,
Yeah,
which he
And you
has.
say, yeah,
He has a W.
you only
that's
need
worth
that
billion.
one W to make you a billionaire.
Yeah.
Or
He actually has about 3 W's that are in the billions, I believe. Now he could have 300 failures, but he has 3 wins
Yeah.
that are billions. So it's very weighted. But I think he probably has a lot of failed investments.
yeah, but
I've never
that's-
looked at
I
We
didn't
should've
know
won
that
that.
he
No one
was
ever does.
part of Zip 2 though. I didn't know about
Zip
that.
2.
Jay's posted in the chat.
Um,
Him and his brother founded an online business directory called Zip2. I don't know what it did, but
yeah,
Zip 2.
never heard of
they
either.
sold it to 1999 to Compaq for 307 million. Could you imagine that
Yeah.
payday?
Yeah, Matt. Yeah, code. They wrote up a code overnight. Some geeks, and they, like Zip2. That's something I haven't heard about that I have to look into as well.
You can also look at the wealth and intelligence measure that we were just talking about.
So
Bill Gates and Steve Jobs.
yeah,
Very intelligent, very broke until they got their W with Microsoft and Apple.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. And I am not a big fan of. I don't hate those guys. I don't like Bill Gates too much, but that's not because of Windows.
Windows has its issues.
Yeah.
This is
Oh.
saying that Zip2 provided a searchable business directory that could be described as an internet version of the Yellow Pages telephone
Yeah,
directory.
Sounds about right. I thought it had to do with the zip
Yeah.
codes.
You're right, Lou. And Musk.
Right.
His dad sold blood emeralds, but I don't know about that. I could be wrong, but Musk made the original X, which is we talked about, rebranded PayPal, and he did keep the X name. He does like that letter.
Sorry.
It's kind of weird, but oh well.
Sorry for the cough, fellas.
That's all. I didn't hear it. So
Oh, good.
Yeah, I mean, I think the X name is really dumb because nobody's using it.
yeah,
It's not
But-
working. You have to get in the you have to have people using your name. They're not using that. They're saying
So-
Twitter.
you
Twitter
know.
is what it's called. Tweets are what they're called. Sorry, you're not.
Now, this might not be the right thing, but they changed a grocery store down the street from my place. It used to be called Sobeys, and now it's called No Frills. I called it Sobeys probably for 5 years after they changed it. You know, just because it was the Sobeys and it was pretty much the same company, but just a different logo.
Like where I'm at, they have back when I was young, the grocery stores were called Golden Dawns.
Yeah.
And then people would buy them and rename them to, for instance, the one in my local town is called Waltz. But everybody still calls it Waltz Golden Dawn.
Yeah, well, yeah, because it's just, I don't know. But yeah, when someone says Twitter, you know they mean. When they say X, 99.9% of people know what you mean. But yeah, I don't think I have too much more on this.
I don't even know if we're done with this. Are we at the end?
I thought we were, weren't we? Oh, I thought you scrolled back up. I thought you were scrolling back up already. But
now we're
now we're done.
Oh,
because we weren't at the end, but like
So-
that's what happens when you check. Apparently,
You know.
I don't remember where we left off.
Oh,
and this isn't even the same article now. It just moved to a different article. And that's on
So,
like
yeah.
some Elon's predictions or something.
so we're done.
Yeah, I
yeah.
think we're done with that one.
We could talk about his worst prediction.
Oh, what happened there? That was weird, but okay.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Oh,
Robo taxis. He didn't do it.
yeah.
He also didn't deliver on
Hyperloop.
Cybertrucks either.
Didn't do it. Also, that just looks dumb. Humans on Mars. Didn't do it. Trips around the moon. Didn't do it. Probably close to 0 new cases. What? That's probably COVID, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, March 9th, 2020. Yeah. No, wait, no. It's
Okay.
not 0
Well,
actually.
yeah, I think we're done with Elon.
Coast to coast autonomous driving. Yeah, he hasn't gotten autonomous driving figured out yet either.
You can take this one.
No, you got it.
I did the last two.
There's who's keeping track?
Me.
AP News. I'm trying to eat pizza is why I was asking you, by the way. AP News. I'm dying. You're not. Those terminally ill ask more states to legalize physician-assisted death. So
Okay.
this is kind of similar to the Canadian story we've
Yeah.
done recently, but this is the U.S. So
And
in the United States, this varies state by state.
yeah, and this
I'd say
is
this was actually a very interesting article when I read it a little bit ago.
Yeah.
Now I kind of reread this too because it was a touchy subject for us last time. I don't know if you watch that episode, Heckles, but a few episodes ago we did an episode where there's this 27-year-old woman here in the city I'm in. She's lived at home for the last 27 years, dependent of her father, and all that. She has ADHD and autism, a little bit of, not even the severe, but what is that? That doesn't matter anyway. And she somehow got approved for assisted suicide. Now there could be a hidden thing that she has cancer, but from what we know,
And
it's-
say with just those two, I don't
believe
that
that's
could
right.
be-
I think that's 100% wrong.
I would agree.
Okay, but this is a different story. But this looks like, let's see what this story is about. I think
Yeah.
it's a little bit different. So, much different, actually.
Yeah, this one's a lot different, and I would agree with you on that.
Okay.
case
Well,
that
and we
you
should
were
be
just-
clear on that other case that the person said she didn't want her medical.
And I
stuff to
said
be
that.
out
I said
there,
that.
so-
I did say that. I was like, we don't know.
So we
I-
shouldn't make any assumptions.
Okay,
based
but
on
I
what
did.
she
I did
tell
mention
us
that.
we
But
don't.
still, her dad should have the right to know, though. I brought that up many times. She can't just not tell her dad.
he
That's-
did. He did
yeah.
know.
He doesn't know if he doesn't know if she has cancer. He doesn't know. He knows she has ADHD.
Oh, I thought you meant know that she was going through with MAID.
No.
No, I don't necessarily
So-
think a parent has
A
right to
parent
know your
who's been
medical stuff
taking
once they're
care of.
adult.
She was dependent on him for the last 27 years. Not working and all that. He's been taking care of her.
Does he have a conservatorship?
You're gonna. That's okay.
Does he
Let's
have
not get
power
into
of
that right
attorney?
now.
No, those
Right,
are what
think-
you would have in America.
But it doesn't matter if you're.
Attorney.
I don't. You're so the father's just supposed to let his daughter die after 26
You
years
keep
because she's
changing the
sad.
fucking goalpost.
I'm not saying, but that's it.
We're
if
talking
she
about
has
him having access to her medical
yes,
stuff.
and if she has
And now you're
cancer,
saying something else.
so yes, but he should have. If he
God
took care of her
damn,
for
you can't
26
move the
years,
goalposts
if
every
he
time I
took
make an
care of her
argument
for
on this.
26 years, he should at least have medical, 100%.
And changing the goalposts kind of is a
What
concession.
goalpost?
So, you know. But we can move on with this story.
Okay.
I didn't watch this video, so I don't know if we should.
Yeah. Did you watch Eccles?
Did anybody?
I did not watch the
No.
video. No.
Okay,
I
it's
just
okay.
looked
We
at the
shouldn't watch
article.
anyways. We can,
Well,
but it's 2
this
minutes.
Is
so.
this
this
is
is a
Deb
lady.
Robertson. This is the terminally ill person
So yeah, we can
advocating for this.
talk about it right now, or we can listen to your call. Hear her point, then read it.
Yeah,
It's
like
2
I said, I
minutes.
didn't pre-watch this, so I don't
It's
know.
In January of 2022 with neuroendocrine carcinoma, a terminal diagnosis, and something I was totally not expecting. I was in very good health, so I thought. You know, I'm not afraid of dying because I know I'm going to die. I already know that. I've had too many people tell me that. It's inarguable. But I'm a little afraid of how I'm going to die, what it's going to look like, and again, how it's going to affect my family, what they're going to see. You know, I want to go out just like this.
See, that's a different story. In this one, she's got a terminal disease. And yeah, that's super sad. But
You know, I go to
I agree
sleep at
with
night
that.
thinking about,
But you don't know that the other person doesn't. What
Yes.
The difference is here is that this person is telling you.
And you know
their
what I
medical
said many
information.
times. It's 100% wrong of her not to tell her father, at least, because I'm sure if her father knew she has cancer and is dying, he would be all right with it. But now he's gonna
not the
suffer.
moral
But
police.
yes, but still, now he's probably gonna harm himself because that's all he has, and he's gonna feel guilty for it. So, but there's a trickle effect to suicide. But yes,
I mean, I'm sure there might be, but I wouldn't put that idea in somebody's head right there.
but he's not
I wouldn't
watching the
immediately
show.
jump to that
But
conclusion.
yeah, So, anyway, I do agree with her though in this case because she is terminally, and anybody, if you know that it's not preventable, if you know it's not going to come back, yeah, I believe.
Right, and that's one of the bullet points on the MAID certification.
But anyway, I don't agree.
Kept
Yes.
ignoring those bullet points and insisting that we had all the medical information about.
I've said that many times.
And
if she does have cancer, okay, and we don't.
Pointing out that this is a different one is like acting like we do.
Because she's coming out straightforward and like, I have this disease that's going to kill me.
That is the difference. Is this person is telling us their medical information, and at the other person, we don't know.
And if she has autism, then anyway, let's go on to this lady.
Well,
here.
you're saying ifs to things.
But we're talking about this Deb lady, Mrs. Robinson. So.
You know, what my life would look like if I had that peace of mind, if I had that control over the end and what it was going to look like. And all I can keep doing is keep sharing my knowledge and helping people understand the absolute need for this. It's a need not only for me, but for people with a terminal illness.
So it says it's already allowed in 10 states, and over a dozen states are debating bills to legalize it.
You know, people understanding that this isn't something that is just...
See, that's in Canada, it's different. It's
a fly-by-night.
Canada-wide.
You know,
not
like
by the state
decision.
or the province.
It's not a quick decision. I want people to think of all the parameters. I want them to have all their questions answered so that they can make an informed decision. I want to have the right to make an informed decision. Look at those hairstyles. Oh my God. Like, look at how young we are here.
And different people, but she's going to be open with her family why she's doing it. So, closure is a great thing. And if that poor girl here in my city is actually super sick, yes. But for what they're saying, what she has and what it's showing, I don't agree with it.
Great.
Yeah. So
I reserve judgment because I don't have the information. Because there's no reason to judge somebody without the full information. That's in poor taste.
I'm judging the doctors.
Especially when it's something that they don't have to share and shouldn't be forced to share. I mean, it's an adult.
And in the States are legally not allowed to share.
Right.
Ish.
Like there's all kinds of health code. Health information privacy.
3 years ago, you had to. 3 years ago, you had to show your medical information to get in a restaurant. You know, like it's.
That
you know, like
was never really able to be enforced in the U.S.
Here it was. Here it was. You were not allowed to do anything. I was not allowed to hop on. And again, that's completely. I know it's completely different, but you had to show your medical information, hop on an airplane, to go on a bus, not a bus, but to travel like on a country ride bus.
I mean, it was specific medical information, no?
Yeah, again, but why? What's medical information then, right?
But it was specific, and they had a reason why that specific information was there was a outweighing interest there. Your health privacy got outweighed by something else.
Yeah.
Was that what happened?
So when what's the
And
point?
they didn't want your entire health information, right? Just that one thing, probably.
Exactly, but anyway,
Right,
I
right.
get we're not going to agree on that. I get that. So
Well, that was their
Yeah.
rationale, is that your privacy, which you're saying was violated, they said, yeah, we're going to violate it
yeah,
because something outweighs it. That was their argument, I'm sure.
because there was a my feelings on
Now,
the
you know
COVID
who
show
else?
as well. So
You
What?
know who else made that assessment? The TSA.
yeah.
And they made the Patriot Act.
So what do you mean? Like what are
And
they allowed to do?
They make you take your shoes and socks off,
Yeah.
make you strip,
Isn't that after
look at you
9/11?
naked.
Yeah. Well, that's
Patriot Act came, right?
Yeah.
After 9/11, yep.
so.
We lost freedom because they decided the loss of freedom was worth it in exchange for, or versus.
But using a service isn't freedom though.
security.
Using a
They
service
said
isn't
we were
freedom.
getting
so.
security and safety
yeah.
in exchange for our privacy. So
All right.
it's not the first time you've been asked to exchange your
Yeah.
privacy, at least if you're American.
Yeah, not here. We don't. I've never had to take
something.
my shoes off to go through an airport.
So I mean, the government has a history of deciding what weighs more than what else.
But in
So-
the case of that Patriot Act, I'd much rather remove my shoes and
Get blown up.
shit to know I'm going to be safe on that plane.
Yeah, and to each their own. I mean, my opinion's
I
different on
noticed that, Chase. That's why I
I mean-
stopped.
My take is that
No.
they've abused people more than they've saved people. So
No, I don't disagree with that one bit.
Okay, and no, let's go back to last time. I'll bring her up, but this is my opinion. But they didn't have to tell the public. But if she told her dad, it would have never had to go to court. I guarantee it. Her dad would have been like 100, if that's the case, right?
Maybe not. I mean,
But
I
don't
know
know.
from personal family matters that in that situation, like there would have been an argument throughout the family. You know, it
Well-
really depends on the
well,
person.
like this lady, I want like for instance, I'm gonna not no, not for instance. This is my grandmother. Like I'm sure y'all have had grandmother's dementia. She doesn't even know who I am anymore. I've seen her deteriorate. You know, it's not fun. So not saying that, but like she's not verbal. She doesn't talk. She doesn't leave her room. She can't. You know, so it's one of those things. You want to see someone deteriorate and crash away.
I just went through that with my wife's
Yeah.
grandmother about a year and a half ago.
I'm sorry to hear that, but it
It's-
sucks.
It sucks because she went from one of the most intelligent people I've ever met to barely knowing where she was. And what she
yeah,
was
that kind of
doing
sucks.
towards the end.
My grandma, one of them, had real bad dementia towards the end.
Yeah.
Hers wasn't dementia; it was breast cancer. But
It comes quick. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was a very she was okay, and then boom, it was almost a sudden drop, and
Yeah.
it was hell for the family.
yeah, I'm
But,
sure it would have been nuts.
My
It's,
other grandma's was also was actually sudden. The
Hey,
first
Avery.
one that had dementia was like very well known when her death was coming. But my other grandma had a very sudden stroke, and it caught us all by surprise. That was actually the end of us doing like the big gathering for Christmases because we'd always do it at that grandma's
Mm-hmm.
house. So changed things
Yeah.
quite a bit for us.
And I agree with you, Jace, but you're not you don't depend on your parents to survive. So right now, but yeah, we're not going to agree on that, and I get that. I do agree with assisted suicide for not for certain cases. And she got 2 doctors. One said no, 2 said yes. So that's jury rules.
Well, that's not really a jury rules. It's
Well,
you need 2 doctors that
yeah.
say yes. It was on the bullet points. So, anyways, this story. On a brisk day at a restaurant outside Chicago, Deb Robertson sat with her teenage grandson to talk about her death. She'll probably miss his high school graduation. She declined the extended warranty on her car. Well,
Yeah,
obviously.
that's what. Oh, geez.
I would
Oh,
stop
they're gonna be
paying
Like I
everything.
say, she's gonna call. She's getting calls every day trying to get her to get that extended
She
warranty.
probably said that as a joke. I'm not. She looks like a lady who would probably make a joke like that.
She seems like she's gonna have a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
about-
So, best
So
you can.
Sometimes she wonders who will be at her funeral. Those things don't frighten her much. The 65-year-old didn't cry when she learned 2 months ago cancerous tumors in her liver were spreading, tending a tormented death. But later, she received a bill moving through the Illinois legislature to allow certain terminally ill patients to end their own lives with a doctor's help, had made progress. And that's when she cried. She found out, she might actually have a state that would allow her to do what she needs to do
Peacefully.
here. Yeah. Because it's hard. I mean, 40 states do not allow this. And there are many people who actually will move states to be afforded this, but then you're dying in a strange place,
Yeah.
a strange state, a strange bed, probably not with people like all that, like to make somebody do that, it's ridiculous.
Dustin,
why-
did you pre-read this thing?
No, we didn't. We don't pre-read.
I did
Okay.
I did a
I did a
full-page
very-
report on assisted suicide in high school
Okay.
though.
Okay. I briefly skimmed over this, and you hit like every point I remember from this article.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, this is just, we end our show with the suicide awareness. It's this
Mhm.
topic is near and dear. It's been a topic that I've been interested in for a very long time. Like I said, high school is when I first got into trying to figure out what is assisted suicide, who is Dr. Kevorkian, what's going on with this, and basically formed my take on it then. I'm pro for it because it's very specific. It's not just anybody. So I'm not pro Kevorkian. He fucked up a few times.
I don't know what that is.
I,
but-
I think this is a relatively good idea.
I'm curious what this bill particularly has in it, though, because obviously, like with the MAID bill in Canada, you're going to have a list of what qualifies.
Well, so for the record, MAID's been legal here for many years. They're just changing the rules, but they pushed that back now till the next election. So
Which I'm not sure this article is going to tell us. I think they wanted me to click this link. I don't know.
but yeah,
I mean, we can
Yeah,
visit that after we cover the article. If we
No,
want
look
to.
at that down there. It says Minnesota. It's not even going to talk about this state.
yeah.
No,
What the hell? You don't trust links around here anymore. We've been burned so many times.
I mean, you really shouldn't trust links anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's the IT guy in me coming out.
Okay, so this is the old lady. Medical aid in dying is not me choosing to die. I am going to die, but it is my way of having a little bit more control over what it looks like. Which you could.
Yeah.
You deserve to have dignity in death, right? Not everybody gets it, but like people in this situation, we have the time to give them.
Well,
that.
drugs don't take away the pain always either. They
If we
can
could
only take
give
away so much
everybody
pain.
dignity in death, we would, but most of the time death doesn't have that. It's more abrupt than we expect.
Yeah. I don't know. That's how
Like
people
that.
pass away peacefully in their sleep.
Yeah.
Well, they say peacefully. Do you really know? No, they just say
Well,
that.
yeah,
So,
and in a case like this, they said she had it was tormented death. It was portending a tormented death.
so
they-
yeah, so that means they know
already
it's going to be painful.
liver cancer spreading is apparently very painful.
Yeah.
So I've never had it. I don't want to presume.
And drugs only do so much, right? So
Exactly. And all it takes is that morphine to stop working for a moment, and then you feel everything. It's like, how often should a person have to do that, knowing
Yeah.
that they've only got 2 months anyways?
They said, how often do you really want to take morphine to dull the pain?
yeah,
when
you
it
can,
dulls everything else.
be a zombie.
mean,
Then you'll be a
it's not
zombie.
morphine,
What's the point of being a
Right.
zombie, right? So
Right. Not only that, but then there's also like the financial piece of it. Because this is in America, we always
Yeah.
have to consider that, as dumb as it is. It should be focused on the people, but 2 months worth of morphine is expensive,
yeah, probably.
and you would be on a drip like a constant drip probably.
Yeah.
I don't know what that costs, but it's gonna be a lot. It's America, and that's a good drug. We all know it.
Oh.
That's why we know it's good.
I've
It knows,
never been on morphine, but
No.
I've seen people on morphine.
Yeah.
And they're basically zombies.
If I ever,
it knows
yeah.
almost all pain.
if I ever get injured, I will not accept any pain pills. Like I refuse morphine at the hospital because it's one of the worst things you can ever get because it's great, but it's bad. So that's why I
The
won't ever.
strongest painkiller
Yeah.
I've ever been on is Vicodin,
Yeah,
and
I
it was
think
a very
same.
low dose Vicodin.
never been
Mine
on.
was related to tooth surgery.
I've been
Same.
on the
Same
oxycodone,
here.
but
Oh, it might have been oxycodone. Or
codeine, not codeine, codone. Yeah,
What's
I
So-
say mine was Vicodin, and it was a 5 milligrams
Oh.
of Vicodin, and
we don't
Hydro-
insist doing drugs unless you're prescribed by your doctors.
Well, these were prescribed. I
Yeah.
think that's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. Hydrocodone is the codone I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Oxycodone,
Yes.
hydrocodone.
Yeah.
I think I got my drugs right.
I don't
I
know.
don't do that kind of drugs.
All right, but okay.
So at least
So-
12 states currently have bills that would legalize physician-assisted death. 8 states and Washington, D.C. already allow it. But I thought we said 10. Or
Yeah.
maybe it was saying Illinois would be 10.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not
But
sure.
only for their own residents. Vermont and Oregon permit. Oh, here's how we get the last two.
Yeah.
Vermont and Oregon permit any qualifying American to travel to their state for the practice. So you do not need to have residency. For
Now,
these two states.
question about that. Now, federally, wouldn't that be just like the case that we did earlier? It's a sacrifice, not a sacrifice, but a murder.
Murder's not a federal crime.
Murder's not a federal crime.
It's not.
Well, that's okay.
It's prosecuted at the
Is it-
state level. They don't
is it?
prosecute murder at the federal
Oh.
level.
But
Now, if you committed a murder and then crossed state lines, now you have a different crime.
I guess the only person would be conspiracy to
Yeah.
would be the person dying.
Now,
So I
the
guess
question is, you cross state lines and then the kill happened. Does that count for the whole crossing lines thing?
yeah.
It
Because
could
you
potentially
lure,
be
like,
argued.
yeah. Just checking
But-
because I know America's pretty weird. So
And in America, federal law does trump state level law.
yeah. So
That's why in states where they say marijuana is legal, they're still federally legal.
yeah.
So
That's
can
why they
still
can't
come
take
in and
banks,
do whatever
you
they
know?
want. They won't take you
Right.
to a state court.
I say the federal government could come in and shut down any of them weed
Mhm.
grows or dispensaries
Yep.
anytime they want.
Or they
Yeah.
could just do the bust and do civil asset forfeiture and let them go into business again, and then do civil asset forfeiture the next month, and then let them go to business again.
That's crazy.
And
Yeah.
then do civil asset forfeiture the next month, and what are we doing? We're paying for protection.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's
Joe-
a mob
so-
racket.
Yeah. I think I heard Joe Biden talk about weed federally, but I'm not sure if he's allowed to do that federally. Is he? I guess he can. He
You're
can.
asking about Joe?
Yeah, Joe.
Joe
Nobody.
can't
Joe
do
doesn't know
anything.
he's Joe. Okay.
He
But
can
yeah.
barely do any student loan at a time. He's doing another
Yeah.
million today. Yeah.
We should finish the story here.
They can forgive my student debt. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be.
So 2 states have gone the other direction. Kansas has a bill to further criminalize those who help someone with their physician-assisted death. West Virginia is asking voters to enshrine its current ban into the state constitution. So, yeah, that's how it works when you let the states decide.
yeah,
Where
they
you
fight-
live is
yeah.
now a fucking dice roll on how you're gonna live.
Yeah.
Your life is different based on a dice roll now. Good luck.
Huh.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
feel like something like this should probably be an across-the-board decision, not
Federal,
an each
yeah.
state decides it thing.
Yeah, because what happens
Because
is
you have the question of the state line crossing and all that, and also people in weird places for their death. That you're trying to have a dignified death, but you're making them go to another state
Yeah.
to have it.
that's insane in the
Yeah.
States how coke is like. I think isn't weed just what is weed right now?
He's saying
What
weed is
schedule?
schedule
Weed
one.
about
and
talking about
coke is
they're
Schedule
talking about it, but what is weed right now?
It's a Schedule 1 narcotic.
He's
I
saying
do believe.
from schedule one, which means that's what it is now.
Oh, and is that the
Changing
worst
from
one?
That to something. I think schedule one is top, right? It goes.
I don't know how it works there. Sorry, I'm not. I don't know. You know, like
All right, we're gonna.
I figured scheduled 1 would be less, and scheduled 3 or 4 would be worse. But
I'm not gonna lie, I don't do drugs, so I don't know this shit.
scheduled 1 is the worst. So
All right, schedule one drugs are drugs with no currently accepted medical use and a high potential for
Yeah.
abuse. So yeah, I think that is the top.
that's insane. Yeah, and they wonder why the people are on meth and coke because you're gonna get in less trouble from doing meth and coke
Now,
than smoking weed.
Coke is schedule 2. That is defined as drugs with a high potential for abuse.
And I'm not again. Yeah, I'm not. And I'm not again. I'm not. I don't suggest you do drugs. But like, there's some recreational things. Like here in Canada, marijuana is legal across the board. It's now provinces have different rules about it, but it's legal across the board. So everybody pretty much smokes it here. But
I say
cocaine's
pretty much
not legal.
everybody in the States smokes weed now. Too,
Yeah.
So
So
It-
if you
Because
were
they-
to do one, weed would probably be the best one to choose because it's good for pain, it's good for medical reasons, and you can't really get addicted to it, only mentally. So
Well, according to my government, let me put this in front of you so everybody can see this. You're wrong. Because Schedule 1 is high potential for abuse. That's very addictive. In fact, you come down to Schedule 2 and you still have potential for abuse and use potentially leading to severe psychological or physical dependence. This
Okay.
is Schedule 2.
but you know what? You
We're
know,
worse
okay,
weed
and I
is worse
guess
than that according to my
LSD is not addictive. What? Come on.
By the way,
LSD
marijuana right here, just
yeah.
so you know.
You
is right
cannot.
there with
Okay.
heroin.
You do
and
not have
meth.
withdrawals from marijuana. You have withdrawals from heroin. You have withdrawals from meth. You don't have withdrawals from marijuana. You'll just be a little
Okay.
grumpy.
Peyote.
Peyote.
I mean, In the grand scheme of things, if you have just pure weed, I
Yeah.
would agree with you. But when you
Oh, this
buy
isn't
weed
even
off
meth.
the
This is
street, they're lacing it with so much different shit that you don't
See,
know what you're
I
actually
don't, like-
smoking or eating or.
That's not that's never been a thing here. Like maybe it's just a Canadian thing because we have good weed and it gets you super high anyway. The THC is much higher. But that, yeah, I don't see what. I've heard people putting like sprinkling fentanyl on it and stuff. How's fentanyl
It-
number 2?
Fentanyl is Schedule 2.
Yeah.
Why are you worried about that?
You know,
You should
like-
be worried about marijuana.
Yeah, I know that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Guys,
America's fucked. So
come on. LSD and marijuana is the end of civilization as we know it.
Vancouver,
And so is
a
ecstasy.
city,
Why is
city
all
here
the fun
did
drugs
decriminalize meth and cocaine
This is
and
literally all the
fentanyl,
fun drugs.
and it's been the highest overdose year of their time. So it didn't help. But yeah, that's insane. America is screwed. I'm sorry you guys have to deal with that. Title with codeine is 3. Okay, yeah. So ketamine.
Steroids, ketamine.
Ketamine's
codeine.
pretty addictive. Holy, what the heck?
Yeah,
so-
ketamine. That's Schedule 3. It's nope. That's a low.
I don't know. The
physical and
people who
psychological
wrote these
effect.
never did any drugs. Not saying that I'm proud of it, but I've done certain things and
Now look, if you want to come down here, these are basically nothing. Somas, Xanax, Valium. You know,
what? Isn't that what
these are all
friggin'
fine.
what's her name got?
Roseanne.
Roseanne Barr, yeah, from the
Octafun,
yeah.
Ambien.
Ambien, yeah.
Or, I think this is something that like wrestlers get addicted to is the
Yeah.
somas
Oh yeah.
because they're just constantly like doing the ring work and getting slammed on their back, so they just get
Huh.
addicted to soma.
Yeah. Well, no, you know the
Because it's
stuff you
Schedule 4.
inhale. You know the nose stuff, the nasal cleaner. That stuff's addictive. That's
Yeah,
probably
you
more
don't use it.
addictive than coke. Fuck. So
Yeah, Robitussin, that's on schedule. It's fine.
yeah, Robitussin.
Like
Wow.
this is America. It's
Yeah.
really messed up where marijuana sits on our scheduling. It is not right. It's blatantly wrong.
Well, we keep deferring here. We should probably get to the next few
Nah.
stories here.
Yeah, just gonna.
I say I just derailed the train. I feel
Yeah.
this is all my fault. Just blame me.
No, it's all good. We do that. Just like we do have 2 more stories after this. But yeah, that's you know what, just seeing her there sit there and how she has that, like, I guess it's very biased me to say that, but in her case I do agree. So, but yeah, that's
Is this completely different people than we were just talking about? Gary Drake, Mitch Drake, and Cindy Jackson? That's none of the names we were just talking
no, it
about.
was not. I'm okay. So maybe
yeah,
those
it
are
goes
other
on to-
people.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's going on to some stories of other people, but obviously
Okay.
we're going to move on to the next story, which
Um,
is totally different.
Yeah, just let me write something down here quickly so I don't screw
No,
up
I'm
my
not going to let
numbers.
you. Inside Edition starts our next one.
Man
We
chart.
haven't used this is kind of a first timer, isn't it?
Yeah, I can Inside Edition. It's like, but I can find anywhere else. But this is a case going on right now. Man charged in fatal stabbing of teen during fight in Wisconsin Apple River stands trial.
So I
No.
guess first off, have either of you seen the clip?
I've
of
seen the
video?
clip. I watched
No.
it today. So I'll give you a rundown because we're not going to show it on here. The
Yeah,
guys,
Unfortunately, this video did have it in there. That's I already
the
seen
guys in the, and you don't really see much, but the guys in the river. This guy's here. He's in the river and he's like cutting some tubes to get the tubes right. He has some family and they're about to go tubing on this river. And a group of teen boys starts coming around and one's filming. And then like they accuse him of looking at one of the girls or something. And these boys are 17, 18 and stuff. But they accuse him of looking at a boy and they start calling him a pedophile. And then he starts getting hit and smacked. And then they punch him. He falls in the water. They keep slapping him. I guess because he was using his knife to cut some tubes, the kid jumped on him. And in the video, you see the kid jump on him and the knife went in him. And then he ended up using the knife to defend himself because all the other kids started mobbing on him. So, why he had the knife, I don't know, but it looked like he was going to get beat up. Like, it looked like he could have drowned. They could have killed him. So, but I'm not the jury.
Okay.
I'm not. We can probably watch it afterwards if you want to look at, but I don't want to show on the stream.
So you're saying the person who got stabbed fell on him?
Jumped on him to attack him. So, they were a whole bunch of teens just mobbing this
I
guy.
would categorize it less as jumping and more as going towards and doing a pushing motion.
You saw the video, or?
I'm looking at it right
Yeah,
now.
so now when they did he see when they stabbed him though? Like, it's a long video. They push him a few times, he falls down, they start smacking him, he gets up, they punch him.
the pause I have right here is
Yeah.
the knife going in.
Okay.
I'm not going to
so-
show it on stream.
Yeah. So.
But yes, this is the moment the knife's going in, and right before the kid's coming towards him.
Okay.
And, well, at this point in the video, his hands are both on the guy's chest,
Okay.
and the guy's starting to go backwards.
So.
But his hands obviously got the knife.
Yeah. So I don't really think he meant to stab the kid. I don't. Why he had it?
I think he did.
Yeah. Okay. But you're being mobbed by 10 people. You're gonna have to defend yourself.
Right, that's
so.
defense. Yeah.
Yeah, so-
I say, I'm
like,
not
he
gonna
did.
lie. I feel like this is self-defense watching
Like
this video.
it's yeah. You want yeah. So
like he's
Right.
got easily
That's why I think
5 to
he
6
intended to use
people
it.
so
equal to his size.
yeah, and they're yelling at him. They're saying things to him. Doesn't like it's sad a kid died, but
Air
like,
yoga?
if
Is that yoga you could do?
there's a
on
saying, and I think I've said this before, but I'd rather be tried by 12 than carried by 6, right? So, saying I'd rather go to jail. I mean, I'd rather go to court and get tried by my peers rather than being carried by 6 people in my coffin.
Like, were all the people on this scene 17, 18?
Around there, I believe they're all teenagers. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Now, he did stab 5 people, so
because he has to, but
the first stab,
sorry.
defense. The second stab, probably defense. The third stab, okay, probably defense. Fourth, I have questions.
yeah.
I say
I
by
have questions.
3 or
Fifth,
4.
I
he's
have
dead.
a lot of questions.
But there's 5. He got 5 people, I think, altogether. So I think
right.
they.
Stabbing
but-
5 people. That's.
But
I
because
didn't know
if
about
they
stabbing
keep
4
coming
or
at
5.
you,
A
if
little
they
bit
keep
about
coming at you, like
Well, that's the kind of things I need
So,
to hear about.
yeah.
But if that didn't happen, I don't know.
yeah.
I think this is gonna be another one of those, like, you had to be there to
Yeah.
know. Like,
But like,
that video is never gonna give the whole story.
there's one kid in the video, the kid filming, who's like, "This isn't happening," and like right before that, he was cheering with them, and he's like, "This," and it's sad. Like some kid died, regardless of what happened. You don't want to see anybody die, but
Yeah.
like Lou said,
17-year-old
play
kid
stupid
died.
games, win stupid prizes. So, yeah, I just saw that. I just thought this
So
was
what
pretty.
state did this happen in?
I don't know. That's gonna probably Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
So I don't know the rules there. How's it self defense
I mean-
in that state?
I think after 1 and 2 stabbings, 3 and 4 become.
But then
I
that's
have
just
questions.
assault, right? That's assault then.
I say at that point, we're looking at maybe assault, or I have questions. Like,
Yeah. But again, we don't know.
Because-
Like maybe all 5 kept going at him, right? Like if that hit, like if they're mad, their friend just got stabbed, so they're gonna be jumping on him. Maybe I don't know. Again, I don't.
I think for me, if I was in that situation, I would have been more concerned about my friend that just got stabbed
Yeah.
than trying to beat the piss out of this guy.
But
But I
People
mean,
think
everybody's
differently.
different.
yeah. So people act differently in
Right,
scenes
so
like
this,
that.
This guy's name is Mew, I guess. Hopefully I'm saying that right. No idea. Mechanical engineer is claiming self-defense. Yeah, like we're saying. Prosecutors say his actions after the stabbing were those of a guilty person. Fled the scene, threw away the knife, and when he was arrested, he told police he did not see anybody injured. Well, that's not a good sign. Lying to
Okay.
police,
So
that's a crime.
fleeing, 100%.
Fleeing the scene of an
I
accident.
get
or,
no,
scene of a
I get
crime.
you don't, but you want to get okay. Now I'm not defending the fleeing, but there's a flight. What is that? What is that saying? Flight
Fight
or
flight.
yeah? You panic. I'm gonna go quickly. Story. My grandmother and I were driving one time, and she hit a little girl on the bike, riding a bike. She told me she wanted to run. She's like, I wanted to run so much because she was so scared. Right? She literally. That's why. Throwing the knife away. Yeah, he should probably call the police right away. But again, everybody acts differently. But yeah, that probably might screw him over there. That he didn't.
Yeah, the fleeing and getting rid of the knife and lying to the police, not a good look.
But
Yeah, and
I-
the thing is, a lot of states you have to notify the police or
Yeah.
self-defense didn't happen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because if you're innocent, like you're claiming, why are you lying to cops?
Because
Why are
you're
you trying to hide it like you're not innocent?
again, you're scared. You know, like again, I've never been in that situation. I
Right,
can't.
right. But
like,
scared is not an excuse to do crime. Like, I
Um,
can't say, I was scared, so
yeah.
I shot you in the face.
but a lot of people say I ran because
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
not a cop,
scared.
otherwise, I could.
I was ran because I was scared and all that,
Right,
right?
right. But
Like,
being scared doesn't absolve you of the crime.
no, and I'm not saying that, but so that's where he went wrong. He should have. He should.
So
If he wanted to
failure
run,
notify police-
if he wanted to run, he probably should have went home and called the cops already. But like, I ran to get out of the situation. Here I am. Please come get me. But
yeah,
like-
that's your best bet. And then the prosecutor has none of this ammo that they
Yeah.
currently have. That's
Because
their
it-
list of ammo.
yeah,
I can understand the fleeing to get away from the people, but you don't flee. Like
No.
you can go a couple miles down the road.
Yeah.
Use
Pull
your
over.
cell phone, call the
Yeah.
cops, tell them what happened.
And hand them the knife, or
Yeah.
have the
And
knife on the
it-
ground, and you like 20 feet away from the knife. Actually,
Yeah, you know, and when they get there, you
throwing away the knife
It-
is a bad look, Lou.
Yeah.
Says.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think because you're getting rid of a murder
Evidence,
or
yeah.
an assault weapon you use.
Yeah.
Like,
and then lying to the police that
Yeah.
Also,
you
it's-
didn't.
it's just your pocket knife. You still want that, don't you?
Um.
I got a nice pocket knife. I wouldn't just.
But
throw it
again,
away.
a bit. But again, no. But again, this sounds stupid. But if he said he didn't see it, who again is wrong. But we can't say he did see it, even though clearly he did. But
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
you're hurt.
Wait, you're talking about this last part, the
Yeah.
seeing anybody's injured.
That's what I'm saying. I know he knows he did it, but
After you injure 5 people, or if you're using the semantics, the C part of it, you're
Yeah.
going semantics.
Yeah.
If you knowingly hurt 5 people and don't tell police you just hurt 5 people, that's what.
Now the only thing I hope
But
now this is it.
semantics
Yeah.
Of, oh, I didn't see.
Now he told the police that right away.
Punched a knife in 5
But
times.
if he told the police that right away and they didn't read him his rights, that might be probably the best thing for him. So
It's just not a good look at all.
No,
around
not at
for
all.
him.
And if they ask you,
Right.
was anyone injured, and you go, I didn't see anyone injured, that's a terrible look.
yeah,
Especially when they go and find the 5 injured people, be like,
yeah,
I say, especially when they find the
let me ask
dead
you again,
kid.
was anyone injured?
Yeah.
There's a
Bleeding
dead
out.
person.
yeah.
Like,
Like it's a super unfortunate. Like now he's like a kid died. He's probably gonna go to jail. So it's not good for anybody.
So Muke says that the youth had knives. I haven't noticed that in the videos. Did you guys see? that
But
in
I was
the videos?
looking.
I didn't look closely, but
Yeah.
I mean, if they had knives, it's a slam dunk, right?
Yeah. They were like not again. They were mobbing him, so I can see why he panicked. Stabbing
say
people. No.
from the video, them smacking him around and then pulls the knife
Yeah.
in defense. Hopefully, probably to hope they would stop, but
Yeah.
they didn't. Kid got stabbed. At that point, that's when it should have stopped, my opinion. But obviously, people react different in situations.
Yeah. Like.
But
But that's why the jury will decide what happens. Hopefully, it's a good defense, or see what the prosecutor does,
I mean, feel terrible for the kid that lost his life and his family, but
and the people who had to see it. But
yeah.
again,
that too.
there's actions like not that like he's a kid, he's young, but you know not to go up and start fighting people, right? Like one kid did it, the other kids did it, and it's a mob mentality. If there was only 3 boys there, I guarantee, but there's probably like 10 of them. I can't tell from the video, but
According to Muse attorneys, 13.
13, okay. But yeah, they all started
13
getting
against one. That's
and they all start, and that's the thing. Like,
According to the
guarantee
defense.
10 of those kids probably didn't want to do one thing, but they just got caught up in the mob, and it's mob mentality, you know, right? Like, and they think they're invincible, right? They swore and put their hands on him. They punched him, slap him, and yeah, they did do that all. So, but yeah, I'm sure we'll hear more about this. The court case just started. It did happen back in 2022, and I never even heard about it.
Right, and the important thing is there's 5 different people who were stabbed, so they're going to
Yeah.
look at each of those individually.
Yeah.
If it stops being self-defense at any point, it's not self-defense anymore. You're going to be guilty of those.
Yeah. So the first one, he's not gonna. I don't think he won't get charged for murder. He might get charged, but he won't be found guilty. He shouldn't be. But he shouldn't be found guilty for murder. But the other ones.
If it was the 5th one, that
No, it was the
died,
first one. You
It
can
was the
hear.
first one?
You can hear it in the video. You can hear it in the video. It was the first one. So they hear the kid
hear
talking.
what?
He's like, he's dying, right? And that you can hear the one kid filming. He's like, this isn't real. This isn't. The kid's freaking out.
I mean,
So
I guess I would still probably confirm because that's just a kid in a video before anyone's dead.
yeah, but the kid
Like,
we saw
by the
him.
time he
The
said
kid
that, no
you
one's
just
dead.
said that you saw the stabbing too, right? Which was the first.
Right, but there's 5 people get stabbed,
Yeah. So
right? I
Okay.
didn't watch all 5 of them.
I think other was last. We'll see. I guess yeah. Well, I'll have to look into this more.
It said 5 of them, and
Yeah.
I didn't see.
Now stabbed or
like-
slashed, because I saw slashing too, but that's a difference.
That's why I was trying to scroll up here to where it said that. No, stabbed.
Stabbed, okay.
It is
Yeah.
allegedly.
Allegedly, so,
stabbed.
yeah.
And the first one for sure is stabbed, but
Yeah.
you know, it just says one of the teens bled to death. So
Yeah.
I don't think this story has
Says
made clear,
what
and
it
also
is, yeah.
the video doesn't make it clear because nobody's dead in the video.
Yeah.
There's no coroner calling a time of death in the video. Do I hear ringing?
No. Not on my
I
end.
say I do not.
So, um,
That's weird.
yeah.
I
Okay,
see
well,
what it is now.
so he's beating 13 people. I'll go back down. There's anything else?
I was trying to get back down here. That's the so the knife was found and was presented to court, and Mew said that's the knife I used to defend myself with.
Yeah,
So
so-
they were able to find the knife, which is good.
Hopefully he told him where it was right away. Like, I threw it away, but this is where it is. So, because if he said, I got scared too and I threw the knife, that's another thing, but not another. He shouldn't run, but if he told him where it was right away.
So I guess
Okay.
this is the end. The prosecution's claim is that Mew was not afraid, just angry. So, and obviously this is a court case, so that's going to be the prosecution's.
They-
I mean,
If
look at
team,
his face in the video though.
yeah,
Like when he gets knocked down and shit,
he's,
he's got the
And
scared
if
look on his face.
if they knocked him
But-
out, he could have drowned too, right? Like, that was deep
Yeah.
enough water to drown in.
Well,
so.
technically, you can drown in a
Inch of
teaspoon of
water.
water.
Yeah.
I mean,
So.
but-
Well, yeah, we'll probably look into this because it's something I didn't hear about in the time. But, yeah. I think I'm done with that one, though. What about you guys?
yeah.
I guess the only other thing is somewhere in this video, I didn't see it in the article. There's this freeze frame where they showed the guy and it says he had a knife on him. When the kid attacked me, I took that from him. The
Where did
story
it
didn't
say?
say anything about it, but did he disarm one of these kids too? Like obviously,
Where
he
does
had
it
his
say
own
that?
knife
Where
that
does-
he was using. Well, it's at 1 minute 3 seconds in the video.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. I didn't, yeah, well.
I know they did a freeze frame of him like holding it towards
Okay.
like. the
Don't forget to
beginning
unmute
of the
it.
video.
Oh, yeah, they had a knife on when a kid attacked me. I took that from him. Okay. So,
Um,
okay, well,
that
that's
that
the
adds an extra flavor to it because like
Yeah.
disarming somebody is kind of that's kind of
important.
a big deal too. Like
Yeah.
like I said when it said they had knives, like that's like a slam dunk, right?
Yeah.
Well, if he's going to argue he did it disarmed, then he's really sure they had a weapon.
And,
'Cause
like,
you
not.
don't make an argument that you disarmed a non-existent weapon. God damn it,
Exactly.
Tanner, stop calling me.
That would be,
Stop it, Tanner.
yeah, it would be pretty great. Yeah. So,
It's Tanner making my head ring. You guys
Oh,
don't
yeah.
hear it.
oh, that's it. So, yeah.
Your freaking phone works when you're at the logouts in this server.
Oh, I get it now. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I was just kind of going through here, just I don't know.
Like,
what else is in here, but-
We'll see what happens. I hope the courts do the job right. You want to find out? You don't. Yeah,
yeah, I
maybe
don't
we
really
have to
want to
careful.
show any more of that.
Yeah.
That's- obviously this
You look,
is
you
part
can
of the
see he's down in the
incident
water
of
right
water.
there. You know what I mean? Like, he's down
Yeah,
in
and
the
it's,
water.
it's over and over
So,
again. When you with the little bit I've
You know.
watched, he's just getting knocked down over and
Yeah.
over and over. He's
So-
not being allowed to stand up, and I think that's a big part of his going to be his argument is he wasn't able to flee. It needs to
Yeah.
be part of his argument,
Yeah.
especially for stabbing 3, 4, and 5. You
Yeah.
have to establish why those needed to happen and why you couldn't have escaped or left in either way. I think it's going to be pretty presentable if they've got a full video.
Yeah.
They're saying
Was this?
Yeah,
And I'm
was
sure
this
there's more
recorded?
video. I guarantee there's more video that we haven't seen. So,
Is this video from one of the kids or from?
yeah.
like,
Actually, I can't tell.
or-
The one I saw was from a different kid. I watched it on YouTube. So,
Yeah, and a video taken during the incident. It doesn't say who took it.
yeah.
I say from the video that's in this article, the couple kids you see are equal to his size.
Yeah. Yeah,
My
just because they're kids, that like
They're-
doesn't mean they're small. You know,
Yeah,
like,
no, the
and
but-
for instance, like I'm 125. I'm not heavy. I'm 125 pounds. You know, most teenagers weigh more than 125. So,
I say I'm right around 200. And
yeah,
I'm there. I've seen teens that could
take you.
kick my ass all
Yeah.
over the parking lot.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
All right. Well, I think we have one more interesting story here.
All right. AP News brings us the last one. This is another one that's got a clip people may or may not have seen that we're not going to be able to show,
Yeah.
probably.
Um,
Deadly Chicago traffic stop where police fired 96 shots raises serious questions about use of force.
Okay.
96 shots? That's a lot of shots.
Yeah.
How many
feel
shots
like-
were
Just for just for a traffic stop too. They shot it. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So-
We did just say traffic stop.
Yeah,
didn't
that's
we?
all. Good. Wow, that's insane.
Traffic stop had to have 96 shots?
Ah, I know what about this. I saw the video too. But
So-
Yeah, that
I mean,
seems excessive.
The video literally says video contains graphic content, so I don't think we can show it, right?
No. we can't. I'd rather not though. Now I did some looking into this. Most police guns carry about 15 bullets. So that's about 5 cops emptied around. And it doesn't take long to empty around when you're heat of the moment.
Yeah.
Not defending what I don't know exactly what happened. I saw the video, but
for a magazine or something.
Sorry.
You said around.
Yeah, I mean, a magazine. My bad. Sorry, my magazine. Yeah, it's not my.
Shot a bullet each.
I'm Canadian. I don't know guns well. Okay, guys, my bad.
1 + 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 is 96.
But
I was gonna say, I think he meant clips, and they do hold 15 to 16 rounds.
yeah, and I know for a fact
Depending on the handgun.
and it's not that hard to empty clip rounds. Yeah, I'm gonna say it again. A clip, right? But okay, but let's get into the story here. So, where a deadly traffic stop where plainclothes Chicago police officers fired near 100 shots in under a minute has raised serious questions about use of force and role of tactical officers. They just shot at him. That's weird. A community member, more than 26-year-old Dexter Reed, a police oversight agency, and Cook County prosecutors are investigating. Here's a deeper look. Okay, so what happened?
Why did they stop him?
Well, I'm sure this will mention it, right?
Let's
March
see.
21st traffic stop.
For not wearing a seatbelt, according to cop.
Officers in an unmarked police car, and by the way, they also said plain clothes. So we got plain clothes, plain cars. He doesn't know it's a cop at this point, right?
Yeah, but
yeah, I mean, unless
again,
they announced themselves getting out of the car.
they did.
But even then,
They did. So I saw
even
the
then,
video.
you can't believe it.
You see somebody who's wearing plain clothes, like this guy's wearing a dark gray jacket and a white baseball cap, and he's holding just a Glock, just a straight up gun, at this guy's window while holding his car door. I've freeze framed at 18 seconds. This doesn't look like a cop in any way to me. Now, if he verbally says I'm a cop, do I have to believe that and die to somebody who's impersonating a cop in that moment?
No. I can say in
Or
plain
can I
clothes.
be like, prove it, bitch?
but you. So, now I'm very surprised.
So they stopped him for not wearing a seatbelt, though. It literally does say that.
Yeah.
And then things developed quickly as he appeared to refuse officers' commands and didn't immediately leave the SUV. Wait, so not wearing a seatbelt means get out?
No, they
just give you the ticket
no,
out the
they
window
said
like
commands. They
normal?
didn't say get out. The video, the female officer goes up to him and she mounts us herself. He starts rolling up the window, and she says, "Don't roll up that window." And he rolls it up, and it's a tinted glass, and then shots ring out.
From the officers?
From Reed, the next paragraph. It took him a while to get to this. Dexter Reed fired first, according to COPA.
Reed. Oh, is it? Yeah, Dexter. I didn't see his full name.
Yeah.
I guess you know his full name by heart.
Yeah, it's actually we just read it 2 minutes ago too. So
fired first according to COPA. COPA is cops.
I'm guessing that city. Yeah.
Leaving an officer with a wrist injury. Then 4 officers fired 96 shots in the span of 41 seconds, including after Reed exited the vehicle, fell to the ground, and lay motionless. One officer alone fired 50 shots.
So
now, you were doing some math a second ago. How does this work for that?
Now 4 cops. Yeah, I didn't see that, but
How
okay.
How about this guy? Was this?
Yeah.
Is this?
But they got shot at. So again,
How many magazines is that?
a cop was shot. Again, not
That
saying
is
that.
at least 4 mags.
Yeah.
That cop shot off.
So that's like an acorn incident with that cop, right? But again, Reed did shoot at the cops. You shouldn't be shooting at police, right?
Well,
so,
they didn't look like police.
but okay, well, they did say they were police, and again, yeah, I don't know if you see a badge. I'll have to watch a video again, right? So you don't see anything. We can watch it. You don't see anything.
Does
So-
this look like a police officer to
Okay,
you?
let's.
My question
I just want
is,
to go to the
though,
freeze frame I had. This is the
Yeah,
18-second freeze frame right here. This guy holding the gun to this car looks like a carjacker.
Okay, now were they? Yeah, okay.
I would shoot at this guy. What? Are you kidding me? This looks like a carjacking.
So,
How does it not?
my question here is, like, no, I agree with you. Definitely looks like a carjacker. Unless he's got his
This is
badge around his
Chicago.
neck.
yeah. Again, I don't.
Unless he's got that badge on his neck, on that chain, like they show in movies. I don't know if that's a real thing they do or not.
It is. I'm pretty
But-
sure, but.
But, like, I wouldn't have even stopped. Like, I would have ran.
Well, they must have pulled him over with a car or something, right?
Okay, but why? If you're stopping him for not wearing a seatbelt, why are you approaching the car with guns? drawn.
I'm sure there's more
already.
to the story. They probably knew. Like again, I don't know, but I'm just watching.
With what I seen, like they just ran up to the car with guns already drawn. Like if you're just stopping them for a seatbelt violation, that doesn't constitute pulling your gun out.
But maybe see,
Okay,
maybe again, the
okay,
video starts late. I'd like to see the video
it
from the
does.
beginning.
Yeah,
You can't because it's Axon.
So, yeah, I'd like to see the video
That thing
from
we've
the.
been demanding
Yeah.
changes for that they refuse
Yeah.
to do any changes. One of them is this. They refuse all
Because-
changes, including Axon.
Because I want to see what from my because a female cop I heard her say something, but I don't know what this person said, so I don't.
Can't.
Huh.
First 30 seconds of audio is gone, and also
Yeah.
they can just turn them on and off whenever
Okay.
they want. We've
So-
demanded both those things change. No change happened
But-
because people said cities burned down.
But again, he did
So we
pull.
couldn't get
He
little
did.
changes like that.
So, but again, the guy now again, I don't know. He did pull over for them for a reason, so they must have had some kind of identity to pull him over.
Well, you're saying pulled over, but like, look at the placement of their car.
But yeah, it looks like they just pulled up
They
though.
pulled in front
But
of
yeah, it looks like they just
Typically,
pulled.
when you pull
Okay,
somebody over,
but
you're
Dustin,
behind them,
there's already
right?
people at the car, so they're getting out. They're not at the scene. They were getting the scene late because there's already. So they probably pulled up in front of the
And-
car.
and in this freeze frame, they do not have their guns drawn yet.
Yeah. So.
They have their hands on them.
but
Well, we
But-
can't really see this guy over here.
that guy
yeah,
looks like he's
but-
got a vest on too, which
But this
might.
guy we know is holding a gun in his right
Yeah.
hand, so he's almost holding it.
And look at the
right
cop on the
now.
left,
So
though. Look at the cop on the left. That looks like I can't say, but that looks like a vest, and he might. Again, we have to look to see if there's badges and stuff. But
But
Is it accepted
there's a
shooting?
lot
Yes.
of-
that one
There's
cop we
a lot
shot.
of unknowns
Yeah.
here.
Now, like if to, like it's like that one cop shooting more than like 50 shots. Yeah, that's messed up.
So you see the gun.
He
This
came out
guy's
with the gun
hand
right
is-
away, yeah.
He's got his gun already.
Down
And
though.
this guy, then we more clearly see
Yeah.
this is pointed in the window.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but he's again.
And,
We
and
don't-
for
we don't-
me,
We don't
None
know
of
if
this
he's
looks like
reaching.
cops.
Again, we don't know if they see the gun. It's all audio. It's all mute. That's something they got to look into. And yeah, they should release to the public. They're gonna release half a shit like this. That's not right. They should.
well, that's
to
assuming
me-
there is footage because they can turn those off whenever they want.
Oh.
They can also just delete the footage.
So I
For
thought
me,
they.
it was just really
It's the
weird that
police
they
in
pulled him.
America.
You pull him over for a seatbelt and he ends up getting shot. Like
But like again, like was he reaching
there's
for? He had a
pretty big
gun.
gap that you-
But yeah, but he had the gun in the car. So did he reach for it? Was he doing something with the gun? Right? Like
But also, like Dustin said, in that video, they look like carjackers. They don't look like cops.
Yeah, I mean,
I
Okay.
mean,
he has a
granted-
reason to shoot, and then they now have a reason to shoot because he had a reason to shoot. So isn't the onus on them as peace officers, or formerly known as peace officers?
again, we
to not
didn't see the
create that
beginning.
situation?
Here's my badge. I'm a cop. I'm a cop. And then he starts throwing up the window. And again, we don't know the full case, right? We don't. We don't know what the conversation was before the guns got pulled out.
I mean,
Because there's two people there before the guns got pulled out.
so your more rational explanation would be he knew they were cops and thought he would win a 5v1 where he only saw
It's
their
happened
guns?
before. We've seen it happen.
No.
Yeah,
That doesn't make more sense in my opinion.
but we've seen
That's
many
the
people do it
zebra.
before,
That's-
right?
We use Occam's razor to say the horsey is more likely than the zebra. You're describing the zebra.
But it's still possible.
Him thinking he's going to take a 5-on-1 versus him thinking he's getting carjacked.
So,
One of those sounds more reasonable.
okay, last guy took on 5 kids. So,
Well, he
But-
also allegedly disarmed one of them, so he was dual wielding knives at that point.
yeah. Again,
Kind of different.
yeah, it's so yeah, it
Gunfire
would-
has grave concerns about the officer's ability to assess what is necessary, reasonable, and proportionate.
like I can see if
Glad
each
that-
cop emptied a clip,
Used.
that's it. But that one cop kept shooting. So yeah, that is pretty. That cop's got to be definitely looked at 100%.
I said
Even
a cop
over
had
the
to have
case.
unloaded at least 6 clips.
Yeah, no, even 100%. Like, so is this like the Acorn incident again, where the guy just freaked out? I don't know, but
And once again, we've never been in that situation either. And
yeah,
Chicago is not the greatest of places from my knowledge. Never
So-
been there.
Yeah.
So maybe they're on high alert all the time.
yeah. Well, Chicago has a pretty high murder rate right now, right?
I
So,
mean, it's all speculation till
Well, there's no
All of it.
speculation on their training. They are specifically
Oh.
shown videos of police being shot over and over
Y-
again, several
yeah.
of them, to train them to feel this way. It's in the training. It's several YouTube videos out there can directly show you the police training from state to state. It's in there. They are trained to have PTSD from the get-go.
So,
Messed up.
okay, so
99% of their interactions are not that.
In
And they treat 99% of them
2023.
like that.
in 2023, there was 617 murders in Chicago. But the good news is it's 709 down from 2022. Isn't that like, I guess the murders going down, but that's insane. How that, like, that's a pretty high number. What's the population of Chicago?
Like millions, like 11 million or something.
2.6. So that's a pretty high murder rate. 2.6 million. That's a very high murder rate.
2.6 million, and they had 200 murders.
And they had like 800. 617 last year. 1,400 the year before. So that's a pretty high murder rate. But per capita, I
So
can't find
apparently
this.
the state's attorney is investigating whether or not there's potential criminal charges.
Yeah,
There's
well,
also a recommendation to have them relieved of their police powers, but seeing that that's a recommendation, I assume they are still policing right now.
That or they're suspended with pay.
Yeah. What's oh no? Got to sit at home. So, but yeah, again, we don't know this whole situation. We saw a 30-second clip, which started late. Which, yeah, those two cops didn't have the cameras on. That's pretty messed up. But maybe they have a different view that we haven't seen.
They were in a district tactical unit.
Okay.
Cool. What does that mean?
I don't know.
It's apparently they send them to areas with high crime patterns.
So
Work
every
in
part of
uniform or
Chicago.
sometimes not.
Yeah. So but that one guy did look like he had some kind of uniform on, but again,
Now, when you say high crime patterns, these are the seatbelt violation guys.
But
They see all those seatbelt violations, like there's a pattern here.
But again, maybe they knew he was a drug. Again, this is not me guessing. This is just saying. They're like, oh, that's a drug dealer. He's not wearing a seatbelt. Let's pull him over, right? Get it while you can, right? Like
They got Al Capone on tax fraud.
right. So that's how most people get busted in drug. Like again, just saying, most people that get busted usually for the dumb reason because they're going 20 kilometers over the speed limit. They got a pound of cocaine in the back, you know.
Yeah, but getting pulled over for not having a seatbelt doesn't give them the ability to search your car.
So no, but they can start talking to him, see how he's acting, and then his reaction again.
They came
right?
up with guns.
Yeah. Again, in the first when they got out, I did not. When those two cops got out, I did not see any guns. They had the guns on their hand, but they did not have them out.
Right.
And you're getting a car holstered. If you're gonna get carjacked, they're not gonna hold it in their holster right away. But again, that guy's freaking out because guys are running up. Cops are freaking out because they're in Chicago. Lots
How
to
many
the story.
carjackings have you watched?
Well, I'm pretty sure when someone's robbing a carjacking, they're gonna have the gun out pointed at them.
Have you ever seen those bank robberies where the gun is in a paper bag?
Yeah. Well, still, like.
Sometimes concealing your weapon while holding your weapon is a thing that people do in
Yeah.
crimes.
So. Okay.
Just saying, like
Exactly. Right.
concealing your gun is a thing criminals do.
Because that's probably not a gun in that paper bag, though.
So, like, the expectation that all criminals are going to present their firearm is, no, most won't actually, because it's brandishing. That's a crime in and of itself.
Yeah.
So.
So yeah,
anyways, what else does this article got? Anything else?
I don't know.
The activists are calling for the officers to be fired. Chicago police aren't commenting.
What? Weird. So. Doubts have rise about whether the seatbelt. Yeah, they're probably for like again not justifying it, but that's probably their way to try to get him for something.
Yeah, so and this is just a bunch of speculation here.
All right, but yeah, we're running. I think that's. I don't know if there's much more. We'll probably read about this too, see what happens. Oh, there.
And of course there is. I mean, this is all about the stop, and this is all about the investigation. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
And like with the 5 stabbings, all 96 shots need to be accounted for.
Yeah, they will. They are.
Shot 96, 95, and 94 are going to be pretty awfully fucking hard to justify when he's on the ground dead, not moving. Those are going to be hard ones to justify.
Now, was it just that one cop at the end shooting 3 more rounds in him? Or clips?
We don't know.
Right?
But they're going to look at that and know.
Yeah.
Now, bullet 46, 47, 48, people are probably not questioning. But 94, 95, 96, those are the questionable bullets for sure. Not
The
only
guy,
that, but
no,
bullet
100%. The guy who shot 50 bullets, 100%. He was clearly unhinged for some reason. because there's no reason to do that. Like, again, we don't know how one happened, right? There's 4 of them. One guy did 50, the other guys did 40. So that doesn't even equal a clip
Now-
each, does it?
Now, to be clear, this is saying the videos don't show Reed firing a gun.
Yeah.
Now, we earlier said he shot first. He
But
shot
a
first.
cop
We said
got
that a
shot in the
bunch.
hand. A cop got shot in the
Now,
wrist. So
the videos don't show that. So allegedly.
yeah, but a cop also got shot in the wrist. So
Well-
it said a wrist injury. It
Injury,
didn't
yeah.
say that he was shot in
Okay.
the wrist.
Right. Do you know what a cone of fire is?
no.
Okay, a cone of fire is like your field of vision. And when you're shooting, that's your potential targets. They crossed cones with each other. Basically, they weren't directly across from each other, but they were in each other's cone of fire. So an
Yeah.
officer could have shot another officer. Did you know one
Okay.
of the highest causes of officer-related deaths is other officers?
Yeah.
It's like
Did-
number 5.
Did they say if they found a gun? Did they find a gun in the guy's car?
Yeah, it says police later found it's actually right after the sentence
Yeah.
we're on. Police did find a weapon on the passenger side seat of his vehicle.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
Yeah, and they've got body worn cameras, but I don't know how much we've been shown because obviously
Yeah.
there's 5 officers, and,
and
then
they
there
hide
could also be
and they
CCTV.
yeah. So
I think there's a lot more to this that we're not shown in
We're
that
not-
clip.
being told, yeah.
So
And that happens on all sides too. The cops will not edit, but they'll cut a video right before they want you to see it, and then people like do that towards cops as well. It's all about it is about editing. It's like, we don't want you to see this. Let's just remove it. It's not there, right?
So the police union says officers responded heroically against someone who shot an officer.
Yeah.
That's the police union's take. And they're saying that COPA is pitting the community against the police. Oh,
COPA.
crazy.
Wasn't that the police?
I
Pitting the
thought
community
COPA
against- oh,
was
yeah.
police. Who's
That is a
COPA?
police. Yeah. COPA. Oh, that's a task force. That's a task force. That's who they are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, police union is blaming the task force for pitting the community against the police. Yeah, I would say instances like this are going to make it
Yeah.
very hard
Yeah.
to trust a police.
And there's yeah.
You know? And when I watch a video like this and I say I would have shot them, that's my genuine take on that. I would have been in fear for my life and shot them.
Well, yeah. That was a good episode. Thank you
I
both
would
for
have also hit the gas.
thank you both for being here. Yeah.
I think I would have probably tried to flee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That curve wasn't that big.
So yeah, and it wasn't right in the path either.
I
But
mean,
again, we don't know the whole situation.
Maybe not necessarily flee, but like try to get somewhere more public than.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And once again, different people, different situations
Yeah.
react differently. So I can't exactly sit here and say how I would handle it.
You don't know until you're in the situation, right?
Yeah.
So, like again,
I've
completely different. But when I worked at a liquor store, I always thought, oh, I knew what I'd do if I got robbed. I'd have these glass bottles behind the counter and I'd throw them at him. When I got robbed, the guy came in, he picked me up with one hand and punched me across the face and took all the money. So I was like, oh, that's how that went, you know. And I had no way to, I had no chat. Like, you know, you think you know what you're gonna do, but when you're in that situation, you don't know what you're gonna do.
Like somebody comes in waving a gun, telling me to empty the register. I'm gonna empty the
Oh,
register.
but that's
Like,
funny because all these places
sorry.
like don't offer him anything. He was choking me at one point. Offered him my wallet. Offered a bag of weed. Offered him like the booze. I'm like, hey man, I'll load your vehicle. Like fuck, bro. Like come on, you know, I'll buy you, get you a
Man,
cold
you
two
tell me
for.
what you want. I'll load the shit for you.
Yeah, come on, man. I ain't like whatever. Like you didn't even
That
have to
shit
punch
said
me.
that peacefully.
I would have done it for free. So, but yeah. Anyway, you guys have anything else to say?
No, that's all I
Yeah.
got.
Well, thank you very much, Heckles and Dustin, and everybody watching. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. If you haven't already, please give us a follow, and definitely give Heckles a follow. Heckles, did he gain any followers this episode?
I don't know. I haven't been
It's
looking.
all good. We'll check it later.
Honestly.
It's all
Yeah,
good.
honestly, we're kind of the
But
same.
yeah.
We don't like to watch it too much because then it feels like
Yeah, we're going nowhere.
Like when you look at that number and it doesn't move, and
Yeah.
doesn't move, and doesn't move.
Yeah,
It's almost like a kick in the nuts.
yeah.
But
But you
at the
ignore
same
it.
time,
It takes years.
You don't.
So
Yeah, some people get lucky and it happens relatively fast. It's just the nature of the beast.
exactly
it's just,
right.
you
Keep-
just don't want to focus on it because that's just
It-
going to make you dwell, and dwelling is going to make you overthink, and then you're going to do something dumb.
I say, and then at that point, it's like I just want to give up.
Yeah.
Like,
this
Well,
is over
don't.
and I'm done.
That's the thing.
when
And
I say
that,
something dumb, I mean like what Mike does, where he hosts OnlyFans girls.
yeah, I'm done doing that. No.
No, he says he's
But yeah, but yeah, no. We've
We'll
had
see.
episodes. We've had episodes where we only have 2 people watching, right? And like we don't have too much more now. But we're like, but know what? Let's do it because it's consistency. It's all about that, and you're doing it for yourself too, right?
Like, I enjoy streaming.
Yeah,
I really
me
do.
too.
I enjoy meeting. Like, I would have never met you guys if it wasn't for
RP,
like,
one.
RP.
That's the same thing with Dustin and I. We've not have met. So,
You know, so
Brilliant.
I've met a lot of good people between
Yeah.
RP and streaming, and
for sure. Well, yeah. Thanks everybody again. But yeah, the follows are great. Helps us grow. We are on YouTube, Facebook, and X, formerly known as Twitter. You can find that all at borderlinebanter.com. And as well, if you want to be like Heckles, drop us a line. We always like to have a guest. We always like to talk to people, get different opinions, different
We always end up
views.
here way longer when we have.
Yeah.
Look at
And it's a great conversation, just a different input. And some
You're
people have a lot of things to say. So again, we appreciate it, Heckles. But yeah, drop us a line. We actually do have something. We have episode 100 coming up. I do want to
Yes, we do.
plan some stuff for that. So maybe you can be part of that, Heckles, if you want. That's in 9 episodes. But yeah, I want to try something because 100 is a pretty, not a big deal, but it's pretty cool for us. It's a milestone,
We're
right?
thinking of seeing and maybe doing something a little different than our usual format to just signify the 100. You know.
For sure. Yeah. And as always, we talk about this every episode, sometimes during the episode, but after. It is okay not to be okay. We know it's a struggle out there. 988 is a phone number. It's okay. People care. There's people out there to help. Lots of phone numbers for different things. Like you might be going through something else, not suicide awareness, but something else going on in your life that you just want to vent and get out to. Many numbers there you can talk to. Yeah. Well, thanks very much. Anything to say before we jump out, Dustin?
Just thanks everyone for being here. It's been a really good week, and anyone that hasn't already, go ahead and give us a follow, or if you know somebody who would be interested in this kind of content, just throw our link their way. We're really looking for an audience that wants to see this kind of content.
Yeah.
So, and thank you to Heckles for being here back with us. I think is this the third time?
I think only the second.
Only
I think there was
okay.
going to be a second, but some
Maybe
shit
that's
come
what
up.
I'm thinking. Yeah, there's a false alarm.
There's a lot of times where shit comes up last minute
Yeah.
in my
For
life.
sure,
So.
for sure.
Yeah, but
thank
it's
you
all
for being
right.
here, and of course, you're always welcome back. And
Yeah.
And
Probably
thank you
bug
guys
you
for
about
having
that.
me, and I will probably be back.
And yeah, well, I probably have to jump in the server with you this week and check it out. But yeah, we'll do that afterwards.
I say, yeah, and if you're not whitelisted, just jump in there and get whitelisted, and hell yeah, join in.
Okay. Well, thanks again, everybody. We will see you on Monday. Don't forget to follow. And I'm gonna pass you off to Smoke Fever 420. He's playing some Fortnite. Yeah, give him a shout out, give him a follow. We'll see you soon. Cheers.